Can everyone hear me? For some reason, my volume was just acting up for whatever reason. I don't know what it was. Hi, Kat. And hi, I'm so excited for you to finish book one. I'm going to be driving, so won't be in the chat until I get home. All right, like I said last time, don't let me get you into a car crash. You stop listening to the stream if it's distracting you. I don't want anyone to get hurt watching the stream. How's everybody? As always, or as I've been doing the past couple of times, hi to Twitch chat and hello to anybody who's watching the replay, whether you're watching on Twitch or on YouTube. If you are watching the replay, I do this every Tuesday at 7 p.m. EST. If you would like to join us live, it's a fun time. Would recommend. I would say we're a fun bunch of people if you want to join. So, plan today is to finish Romance Club Heaven's Secret Season 1 at least, and I think we should have enough time um, to get into at least start probably episode 1 or sorry. I have to, because I play choices and they say chapters and books, and then Romance Club uses episodes and seasons. So we should be able to get into episode 1 of season 2. That took me way too long for my brain to put together. Hello, Lexi. What's up? How's everyone doing? Um, I'm gonna run and turn my AC on because it is like uniquely warm in my house today, and I am not quite understanding why. So just give me 1 second. Like I'm just sitting down and I'm sweating, and I'm not quite understanding what level of physical activity I have achieved. Let me just do a quick volume check. I'm gonna make sure that y'all can hear the actual volume, lowering it to a place where it's not gonna absolutely rupture my eardrums. And otherwise, I think we're ready to get on. No, we're not playing Shadows of Saint 4. Get out of here. We're playing Heaven's Secret today, so we're gonna see my boo Lucifer. Really, I think Lucifer is probably the only reason I get excited. I mean, the plot is great, but it's mainly Lucifer. So yeah, so we're starting with episode 9, an exam task with Lucifer himself. Talk about a lost cause. I don't know. I think he kind of likes me. I think he has a little bit of a crush on me. So I don't actually think it's a lost cause. Oh God, I always forget. I always forget that I get the most amount of ads ever with this game. So remind me who's actually finished season 1. Lexi, I don't know if you have. I know Narnia has, and I think Kat told me that she was playing through the book, but I don't know how far you got on your own. Lots of Lucy screen time coming up. Yes. I'm so excited. I am so hyped. And I've been saving up my diamonds. I don't know if you saw, but I have almost 200 diamonds, you know. I've been logging in. I have been playing the ads. I got some diamonds on the Shadows by Saint 4 playthrough. Why am I not hearing anything? Oh, you know why? Probably because I don't have the right one. Give me 1 second. Oh no. Give me 1 second to just like restart the application because apparently I like didn't have it connected to the right audio thing, and now it's gonna fight me on it. Wow, it really doesn't want to connect to the audio. Hmm. Give me 1 second. This is the first time this has happened. Oh, Jesus. I apologize if that blew anyone's eardrums out like it did mine. I have no idea how that translates if you don't have a headset on. Well, clearly I did something right, because hopefully everyone can hear it. I hope so. Oh my god. We're just, we're doing the thing where we're struggling with volume, Eric, so I hope. Oh god. Okay, I think it's at a manageable level, but please let me know if the volume is like terrible. Hi! Oh my god, it's your first time joining us on stream. How are you? Or at least that I know of. Maybe you've lurked in the past, but this is my first time seeing you in chat. So I was just very much struggling with the volume. The music is a bit loud. Okay. Alright, thank you for giving me that feedback. Let me just try to... How is that? Is that better? Can everyone hear me a little bit more? Dramatic music is very loud. I mean, we're coming up on it's the chapter where we take the exam with Lucifer. It's my first time watching outside of YouTube, but I'm good. How are you? Well, that's very exciting. Thank you for joining us live. Remind me, like, what time zone you're in, because I feel like we're in drastically different time zones, Mara, and I just have a feeling we're in very different time zones. So, like, what time is it for you right now? And I'm good. I'm good. Now that my AC is on, I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking. I was like sweating up a storm just like sitting in a chair. So better? Okay. And if there's any further adjustments I need to make to the volume, whether it's like me, my voice, or the computer audio, please let me know. Atlantic for me, so it's 8 o'clock. Yes. You live in Japan. I knew that you lived in a time zone that was drastically different from mine. So like, what is it? It's like AM there, right? Look at my geographical ignorance is really gonna show through on this. Okay, I'm just gonna let's start the chapter. Chapter 9, the exam. Definitely not Japanese, though. Yeah, I've seen photos of you, so I think I'm aware of what you look like. 80 stood in front of me, hands behind his back, looked outside through the muddy, ivy-covered gigantic window. I come here every time I want to be alone. 8 a.m. You're starting off your day with us. Well, thank you so much for joining me. It means a lot to me. If you wish to, I'll leave. I just feel so sad for 80. Like, we cannot forget what happened. So maybe I should actually recap everything that happened, except I don't know how to sum up the past couple of chapters. If someone can help with like the little details here and there, I'd really appreciate it. But basically, we had our best friend squad, our BFF squad, Mimi, 80, Sammy. And sometimes Andy would tag along because I'm going to use this in a derogatory way. Andy is a simp, and like not in a cute way, not in an endearing way. So sometimes, against my will, Andy would join us. Shit did hit the fan. So like Sammy was murdered. We don't know by who yet. I believe we made some progress in our murder case because we like visited the place where our killer was like staying when they killed us, and got to pick up some of their energies thanks to Dino and his help with like training us in perceiving auras and whatnot. And there's probably a lot more things that happened. I think we did decide, yes, boo Andy. We're definitely sharing that sentiment. And I think we did tell Lucifer the truth about what they suspected, which is they suspect that his father is in cahoots, I guess, for lack of a better word, with Mabante, which I still personally haven't seen any proof that Mabante is real. I think he is. Again, please no spoilers if you've played ahead, because I like to kind of go into this blind and give you guys genuine reactions. So that's probably my best summary. If I've forgotten anything, feel free to drop it in chat and I'll mention it. But there's just so much stuff that happened the last time that we played. And if you did kind of miss my intro, I do plan on at least finishing season 1, and I want to probably play episode 1 of season 2. No, no, stay. I love him. They used to throw incredible balls here. Now the birds are the only residents. I love my Hot Topic demon. He's great. And you. And me. Ugh, I love him. He stopped talking and the silence became unbearable. How do you deal with grief on Earth? People die so often. That's interesting. Yeah, because they're all immortals, they probably don't deal with death up here, so that's probably a very awkward topic. I remembered my father's haggard face and a lump rose in my throat. There's nothing to do but give it time. Time to do what? To go crazy? He covered his face with one hand and turned away, hiding his tears. I'm gonna hug this bitch. I'm gonna hug him. I approached him from the back and hugged him. For a while he covered his face with his hands, but soon he lowered them and put them atop mine. I am so soft, Rady. I buried my nose in his back and felt how tense he was. We were silent. His breathing slightly accelerated, became heavy. Wait, if you die here, do you go to double hell or are you reincarnated? That's a very good question that I seriously hope they answer in season 2 or season 3. Do you think you just stop existing? Is there like an afterlife for the afterlife? I don't know. I didn't notice when I also began to breathe more often. We're just hugging each other in silence because the moment is so tense. Eric says you go into nothingness. Huh? That's dark. But that's... Okay. I want to ask this question, but it could be a sensitive question. So let's just keep it to a yes or a no. Let's not go into details. Please no details when I ask this. Are you a person who believes that there is some sort of afterlife, no matter what version of afterlife you believe in? Do you believe there's an afterlife, yes or no? They mention it when Laura died. Oh yeah, they did have like a weird vision where she talked about she talked about dying for the second time. It's like very strange, and talked a little bit about what it was like. Double hell sounds hard as fuck. I agree. I don't even know what like double hell means. It's like extra hot. Then 80 turned towards me, grabbed me by the waist, and pressed me against the window. Okay, so we have Eric says yes, he does believe in an afterlife. Kat says no. I kind of lean more towards a no too as well. Lexi says yes. Narnia says yes. I would be very intrigued if there is, you know. I'd very interested in like knowing what exactly that's supposed to be. I think the only thing that kind of I don't know if you guys have ever seen those documentaries where people like die and then come back to life, and they talk about like the feeling of dying and how it feels like really peaceful, and how when they come back to Earth they actually don't want to come back. So that's probably like the only evidence that I would say that kind of like leans me towards saying that there is a yes to that answer or to that question. But generally I say no. Mara says kinda. Yeah, that's fair. That's probably my most honest answer is also kind of. I kind of do. I don't know why we're screaming. Why is Vicky screaming? She's going, I can't remember why. Oh, okay, so we're just still hugging each other. His face was serious, even menacing, and his breathing was very fast. He pressed so close to me that I could feel his excitement. This is not what I thought was happening here. I'm sorry. I was talking about the afterlife, and 80 was rubbing it up on me. I'm shook. I am literally shook. Mari said if I died and I had to go back to working my 9 to 5, I'd not want to come back to. Yeah. The afterlife has to be non-capitalistic. I don't want capitalism in the afterlife. So I'm very curious about this scene, but I also can't take it because we're on Twitch, and that probably violates like 8 different non-sexuality rules that they have on like what you stream. Marking this down as something to watch later because I am curious about like what this scene is like, but we're gonna have to gently push him away. Especially because he pressed himself against my thigh, and that is a very strange way to start something like that. 80, what are you doing? He lowered his head and sighed heavily. Then he pulled away sharply, and in a kind of desperate gesture, ran his fingers through his hair. I don't know. Oh my god, I don't know. This poor dude, he's just, oh, breaks my heart. Now I feel bad rejecting him. Oh my god. Sorry, I wanted to escape from... If you take the scene as a one-time thing, which doesn't lead to more romance. Yeah, I kind of figured it was just like a random hookup kind of thing. Which can I say? Here's also another question. If you've been playing Laws of Attraction and you've seen the hookup scenes, are you a fan of one-time hookups with characters? Because I've actually been quite enjoying it, and so I'm happy that they kind of added something like that. I don't think every person that you take like a quote-unquote 30 diamond scene with they don't all need to be love interests. He hit himself on the chest, avoiding to look me in the eyes. Everything's fine. He touched his elbow, forcing him to look at me. Oh, I touched his elbow, not he touched his own elbow. Oh my god, he's going through it. It's okay, 80. I love the storyline in Laws of Attraction as the main ally slow burns. Yes. So that's interesting, Eric. I didn't know that you were actually enjoying Laws of Attraction. For some reason, I thought you felt like lukewarm to it. Is this like a recent development that you're enjoying it? He nodded and then waved towards the exit. I think we should go. Yes. I followed him, feeling his energy getting stronger. He'll survive. He's strong. I like the idea because it makes it more realistic. It gets old. It kind of gets old having everyone fall in love with the MC. I agree. I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on who you are as a person. But I can think of quite a few people that I know where the majority of the kind of people they have that type of intimate kind of connection with is more than likely, you know, not going to be someone they're in a long-term relationship with. I am lukewarm overall. I like the flings and I think the characters are good, but the cases bore me. That's so interesting because I'm actually more into the cases than I am the characters. Hush, boy, hush. Oh, fucking fire. Fire! I have not seen this dragon since the beginning of the book. Miss Selena tried to calm down Fire, but he excitingly jerked his head and strove to break free and fly away. Don't be so stubborn. Fire. I'm hoping the murder case turns it around for the cases. I do think it's weird. I mean, when did the hiatus start off of chapter 8? And we haven't even like started to introduce the murder case. Did something happen? I was walking towards the classroom, but couldn't just pass by the sea dragon. Each time seeing him, my heart skipped a beat. There was something infinitely charismatic about him, something magical. Fire is sick and has been acting strange lately. He is disobedient. Oh. Everyone's so sad in this chapter. I hope it's nothing serious. I thought to move on, but Miss Lena suddenly held my hand. Oh, since you are here, could you watch him while I go get the medicine? Alright. Yeah, let's just be late to class. You're amazing. Well, maybe she'll give me like a hall pass or something. While you're at it, could you wash his neck too? Here's a rag and some water. Just be careful, he can get angry and bite you. Good. And Miss Lena ran away with a smile on her face as if her words meant nothing. I love Fire. I agree. He's great. He's very cute in a very odd way. Eric said they drop it at the end of last chapter for the murder case. Okay, because I haven't read all the way through the latest chapter. My guess is that the hiatus is to make it a book 2 since they are lacking for an ongoing series. I think it would make a good series. I would be happy if they made it a series. Fire? I helplessly froze over the bucket of water. The dragon jerked, realizing that Miss Lania had let go of him and wanted to fly. I'm gonna tell him not to move. Fire, stay put! The free sea dragon froze, looked at me arrogantly and surprised as if he understood what I said and he didn't like it. Fire! It's just not this dragon giving me fucking attitude. He snorted like some stallion and shook his head, pushing me away. Fine, I got it. I soaked the rag and carefully went towards Fire. Your neck is covered in blood. What happened? As soon as the rag touched the dragon's scales, he gave a start and growled. Like, is that a good growl? I'm sorry. He raised his head and looked into my eyes with a kind of painfully conscious look. He stares at me in silence. It looked like he wanted to tell me something but couldn't. He kept staring at me like that for a while and then obediently bowed his head so that it would be easier for me to wash the blood. Hi, KT, how are you? Miss Lena returned completely out of breath, but seeing how calm Fire was, stopped in bewilderment. Did you find some kind of approach to him? I don't know. Glad to hear you're doing good, and thanks for joining us. What happened to him? He has a wound on his neck. Who knows? He can't speak. Yeah, we got that. You got your COVID shot today! Y'all, drop some celebratory emotes or words for KT getting their COVID shot today. Congratulations. Did you get if you don't mind me asking, if you want to go into more detail, did you get a 1-shotter or a 2-shotter? If it was a 2-shot, was it your first or your second? Whatever you feel comfortable with discussing. You don't have to reveal anything about yourself if you don't want to. 2-shot, nice. Surely got into a fight with someone. Fire always gets into fights with someone, and where is all this aggression coming from? Miss Lania poured some kind of lotion between the torn scales. Ugh. The wound started to hiss. What? It was clear that Fire was in pain, but the dragon silently squeezed his eyes shut and gritted his teeth. His fangs were in covered blood, but it wasn't clear whether it was his or his opponent's. Congratulations. You got mine. Look at everybody getting vaccinated. I'm so happy for you guys. So glad you guys were able to find an appointment and whatnot. I know it's not easy to in a lot of different locations. It can be challenging. Vicky, maybe my offer will seem strange to you, and yet I do not have time to fuss around with Fire. I'm supposed to be in class. Like, I'm pretty sure I was going to class. But if he does not stop doing stupid things, we will have to send him away. Don't do that. But for his own good, it would be better if he stayed here. Could you look after him? Yes. Where's the diamond option? Fire will become your friend and helper, I'm sure of it. Give me the diamond. Yes. She looked at me with a plea in her eyes, while Fire stared with wary interest. I suddenly realized what disturbed me so much about him. His eyes, they were too human for an animal. Each time he stared at me, it seemed like a person was looking at me. He wasn't simply looking, he was assessing. Okay, well this is getting weird. You would really help me. Fuck yes. I would be glad to take care of this dragon. Oh, really? This is wonderful. Very well then. Now you'll take care of Fire and he'll take care of you. We have a pet, everybody. Now hurry and take your exam. Today I will take care of Fire. Good. Oh god, we're coming up on the scene with Lucifer. Everybody, take a deep breath. Get some water. Get your sweat rag, whatever happens to your body when you see Lucifer, because he's coming up. Surprisingly, there was no one in the classroom. No teachers, no one claimed, and no curators. Therefore, I flinched when I heard someone's voice in the back. Ah! It's him! It's Lucy! You're late. Just 5 minutes? As you can see, it was enough time for the rest to go on their missions. Lucifer came out of the darkness with his hands crossed in front of him. I am a simp. I'm a simp for this man. Should I apologize or snap at him? I don't know. I like kind of playing the demon side when I'm around Lucifer. It gets, you know, it's interesting. I'm gonna snap at him. What do I care about the rest? And don't try to pretend that you do. Let's not waste any more time talking and go to the vortex. Need some water. You know, thank God I do have some water here beside me. Ah, now you're... Oh, shit. The voice. Hold on. I'm sorry. It's been a few days and I already forget. Why did I just forget how to do the voice? I don't know why. Now you're in a hurry. That took me like 2 seconds to figure out. I'm sorry. He walked past me and pushed the door wide open and went out into the hallway. Before the oh God, I keep forgetting. Before the assignment, we'll need to change. Change clothes? Are we going racing again? You could say that. A race with no winners, only losers. The vortex took us right to the door of the wedding store. Will my exam assignment take place at a wedding? Not really. First, take care of yourself. I'll find a suit for myself too. Lucifer disappeared in the men's department. A consultant immediately came up to me and helped me choose an outfit. Good. I mean, again, you know, Heaven's Secret just never misses with these options. Even the free one is really good. Y'all know I don't like spending diamonds on clothes, so we're not gonna do that. I even managed to create a decent hairstyle. Oh boy, here we go. Oh. 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 Oh no. Oh. Oh no. Oh. It's like the free hair just doesn't really match with the dress. I don't know. Something about their hair, I just feel very... Yeah. I agree, Eric. Lucifer also changed his clothes and came out dressed to kill. He stopped, looked me up and down, and said, You underestimate how much your image affects people's perception of you. Of course he's wearing an all-black suit. You could have done better. I burst with indignation. Are you saying that I look bad? just with the hair. I want to say that you could have done much better with what you already have. I'll take that as a compliment. It's not. Thanks, Lucy. I stare at him in disgust, anger, irritation. So what's our assignment? I'm sorry, I can't do this. I can't. I can't do it with the blue hair. This has gotta go. I miss my white hair. Where's my white hair? There we go. Wait, what's in my... Oh, the wings. Yeah, let's go ahead and do some red wings. Hanging out with Lucifer, put on some red wings. So what's our assignment? She's got a Party City wig on. It's basically what it looks like. It wants like he's mocking... Hold on. He mocks taking the free option, but he probably would have said it for a diamond option as well. Yeah, I agree. He doesn't really do well with the compliments, I think. Give me 1 second. My mother just called me, so I need to text her to inform her that I'm streaming, Mom. I'm streaming. It's okay, Eric. I forgive you. In a few hours, a wedding will take place between a businessman and the ambassador's daughter. This marriage will affect many fates and unfold an avalanche of events, just like a butterfly effect. Lucifer waved his hand carelessly. So on and so forth. Do you need all the details? Tell me at least what I should do. I have to sabotage the wedding. You have to make it happen anyway. Oh, no. Oh, no. Sorry, my mom is still texting me. I told her I was streaming and she was like, did you do this? Did you do the thing that you mentioned you were going to do yesterday? God, she is a fast texter. I was so nervous I started to wring my hands and Lucifer noticed it. Don't be so nervous. You can handle it. That's probably the closest to a compliment we're going to get during this whole book from him. He turned on his heels and went out. I can handle it if you don't flunk me on purpose. Lucifer managed to jump into the vortex and disappear, so I had to catch up with him. I was thrown out at a large mansion full of handymen scurrying back and forth, fussing about with the final touches for the wedding. I felt Lucifer's energy and immediately followed it, but I froze at the door to the greenhouse, hearing his laughter. Have we ever heard Lucy laugh before? I don't think so. I don't know what his laughter would sound like. It's the first time I heard him laughing. He had a low, almost velvety laugh, more like a purring of a cat. Do you think I imitated the purring of a cat with that one? So what? Stop, not here. He's flirting with the bride. Son of a bitch. Yeah, son of a bitch. Lucifer, as if having read my thoughts, turned around slightly so that I could see him. The corner of his mouth had drawled up in a mocking grin. This little fucker. Is he laughing in spite of me? Well, if not here, dear. Unceremoniously, he grabbed the bride and sat her on the table. I know, Lexi, like literally right in front of my eyes. She pretended to be embarrassed, but it was clear that she liked it. I get married in a couple of hours. Oh! I'll try to finish by then. I am in disbelief at what is happening in front of my eyes right now. Prankster! How's that make him a prankster? Because he wants to have sex with you before the wedding? No! Erica! Erica! Huh? No, we gotta stop him. Oh, we gotta stop him. The groom approached the greenhouse. We gotta stop him from seeing this. That's what you're aiming for, Lucifer. Damn double homicide. Ah! 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 Burst into tears! I don't know! I covered my face with my hands and started crying loudly. The groom wanted to go into the greenhouse, but my sobs stopped him. Excuse me, are you alright? Oh, please help me. What's the matter? Are you on the bride's side? Oh, I feel so bad. How can I help you? Think, come on, why am I crying? Oh, I did not come up with a reason why we were crying. I'm hysterical. My pills. Was crying a good choice? Because I freaked out. I did not realize that was going to be a quick time event option. What? What? Yeah, what? I dropped my pills. They're somewhere here in the bushes. He hesitated, but in the end, straightening his trousers with a sharp movement, he squatted down and began to look for the non-existent pills. It's like I have this massive hole in my chest. Do you understand? I stopped him. Thank you so much. I sobbed again as loudly as I could so that Erica would hear. Soon a rustle was heard in the greenhouse, the door opened, and Erica appeared with a scared look on her face. She immediately closed the door behind herself, hiding Lucifer inside. What's that? The girl lost her hysteria pills. What now? Erica jerked because Lucifer forcefully opened the door. She stepped aside with her face distorted in horror. Well, hello. Who are you? Lucifer defiantly wiped the bride's lipstick from his neck and winked at her. Son of a bitch! What's this? Lucifer, with a meaningful smirk, walked past us, straightening his clothes. Then he turned sharply and gestured to the bride the call me sign. I'll call you. I want to punch him in the face for so many different reasons. The bride laughed and was embarrassed and then was sharply startled and almost burst into tears. He influenced her now. Are you cheating on me right on our wedding day? Julian, baby. Don't call me that, you. It was obvious the insults were spinning on the tip of his tongue, but he never said any of them in a massive fit of anger. This wedding was a mistake from the start. Julian, no! Please listen! But the groom almost ran towards the mansion. The bride ran after him, sobbing and almost kneeling before him. Good. That wasn't bad. I had to cheat so that he would find out about us. And yet, I won. We'll see about that. Yeah, we're gonna go fix this. Yeah, Lucifer. He's looking at us in confusion, but we're gonna fix this. I turned around and ran to catch up with Julian. Are we gonna flirt with him to, like, make it even so they both cheated on each other? Is this what's gonna happen? I found the groom alone. He sat in the gazebo. What a great word, too, gazebo. Hunched over, holding his head with his hands. Kat says yes, we may cheat on him. Or not cheat on him, but help him cheat on his bride. But the moment he heard my steps, he instantly pulled himself together. He strained up, smoothed his jacket over, and even pulled a smile. Julian? Ah, it's you. You shouldn't cancel the wedding. Really? It even amused him. Do you think I'm a moron? No, not at all. It was one misstep. Does it really cancel out everything that happened between you? Between us? She's with me just for the money, and I'm with her because of her dad. Oh, yeah, oh. Oh, I thought we were gonna plan a little bit of a love thing, but that bride was not a good liar. I can't tell if she was not a good liar or if it was genuinely, like, Lucifer influencing her and, like, making her, like, laugh. That was something where at first I was like, oh my god, what a horrible person to cheat on her husband the day of the wedding, but then I was like, maybe he influenced her, so I don't really know. Take advantage of it. Who cares who she sleeps with? To hell with it, you'll cheat on her even more. I guess we're just choosing demon for this chapter, I guess. But you have much more to gain from this marriage than she does. For a while, he stared empty-eyed at the floor, then nodded vigorously. You're right. She doesn't know who she's up against. So you won't cancel the wedding? Yeah, I tend to lean towards the explanation that Lucifer influenced her. No, that would be short-sighted on my part. He resolutely got up from the bench. I don't know why I struggle with that word. I need to find Erica. I stood up enthusiastically, too. I'll help you. The waiters rushed about with preparations. Someone straightened chairs, others decorated the wedding venue with flowers. Julian came up to one member of the staff, asked something, and started to shake his head bewildered. What's the matter? Wait here. Bro, don't tell me it's Lucifer again, bro. He ran into the house, returned a couple of minutes later, completely out of breath and nervous. He sat down on one of the benches and frantically dialed someone's number. There were some long beeps on the other end. Yes? Where are you? I've been looking everywhere for you. The guests will arrive soon. Baby, please forgive me. Nonsense. Come back. No, you don't understand. I talked with Peter. Who's Pete? God. Oh, God. Oh, that's his fake name. I thought she had like a second boyfriend or something that wasn't Lucifer. The one from the greenhouse? Lucifer? Well, you know how I've always dreamed about traveling. I was very upset about the incident. Peter began to reassure me. He told me about the countries I could visit and about the opportunities that I could miss. I realized that I didn't want this wedding. I'm not ready, baby, not ready. Forgive me. Erica. Goodbye. Erica. There were other beeps again on the other end, this time short and frequent. Julian exhaustedly lowered his phone, closed his eyes, clutching the gadget angrily in his hand. And then he threw it away. Bitch! Several perplexed waiters turned around. I plopped into the chair next to Julian. I've failed. I've lost. This is the end. I'm really sorry. I would like to be alone. Yes, of course. We just can't let Lucifer get away with this. I got up and slowly went straight ahead without thinking where I was going. The Angels and Demons Academy, it was foolish to think that I could ever become their equal. It looks like I'm not destined to see Mom again. Oh, this is sad. Lucifer came out from behind the trees and caught up with me. I told you that you'd lose. He said this with no gloating, as if stating a fact. You! An uncontrollable wave of rage and resentment took over me. What are we about to do right now? Me. Ooh. Is this a game for you? I hit him in the chest and was taken aback for a second that he let me do it. What's wrong with you? I kept hitting him on the arm, on the chest, and once accidentally in his chin. Lucifer slightly dodged. They can kick me out of school and then I'll never meet my mom. Do you even know what it feels like to lose your mother, then get a faint hope to see her again and miss the opportunity? Of course you don't know, son of Satan. Bursting into tears, I gave him a slap on the face and then fell silent, frightened. I was out of breath, panting, and looked apprehensively at Lucifer, afraid he would hit me back. But Lucifer only clenched his jaw harder without looking at me. Then he slowly raised his eyes. Have you calmed down? His voice was strict and restrained, but there was no anger in it. Yes. Good. I could throw in the towel and let you win, but that would only make things worse. Nobody would have believed that you had surpassed me. But by losing, you can learn a lesson from this assignment. He turned around and kept on walking. We arrived at the gazebo where I talked to Julian. Lucifer summoned the vortex, and was about to jump, but I hesitated. Are you coming? The assignment is over. No. What are you up to again? I just feel like lying is just never really good for the relationship between the two characters, so I'm gonna go visit my dad. Are you looking for trouble? No. Then you're coming with me. He took my hand and about to jump into the whirlpool, but I held him back. Lucifer, please don't force me. You only make it worse for yourself, unclaimed. Well, here's the usual neglect. I failed the exam. Who knows what comes next? What if they really kick me out of school? I won't be able to return to Earth anymore. I have to see him one more time, at least one more time. I took Lucifer's hand, almost begging him not to interfere. He turned away, hiding his emotions from me, and was silent for a while. Then, without looking back, he said, Fine. If you want to go, go. But I'll go with you. No way. Afterward, you'll blame me again if you have problems too. I mean, that did happen last time. I won't. I give you my word. Do we trust the word of Lucifer? I don't know. Why are you coming with me? I'm going, and that's it. Think about your house. And he jumped, dragging me along. For several minutes, I stood at the door of my house, not daring to knock. Right. Trusting Lucifer. I mean, I'm attracted to the guy, but I trust him about as far as I can throw him. Really. Lucifer tactfully waited by the road, but I knew that he would still hear every word. Why is it so complicated? My hand froze again halfway, without knocking. With the corner of my eye, I suddenly noticed the curtain move, and after a moment, the door opened. Good afternoon. Hi. What brings you here? He looked better than last time we met. But the pain of losing his daughter was imprinted forever on his face. I'm here about your daughter. Hearing this, he staggered, but held onto the door jamb. What do you mean by that? I'm her classmate. Your arm hurts. So I would recommend, and this is a tip for anybody whose arm is hurting, regardless if you're KT or not, move it. Like whatever direction it's sore when you move it in, like if you move it up and it hurts, if you move it sideways or back or forward and it hurts, keep moving it in that direction because it's just muscle pain. So the more that you stretch it out, the less it's going to hurt. I was able to get over the soreness in my arm a lot faster when I forced myself to move it in the direction that it was painful. I saw her shortly before the accident. Dad straightened up, opened wide his eyes, staring at me attentively. She always talked a lot about you. Vicky loved you very much, and I'm sure she wouldn't want you to suffer. That's all I wanted to say. I hesitated a moment, and then quickly said goodbye and turned around to leave. But Dad jumped out onto the porch after me. Wait! He took my hand gently and paternally, as if he knew that it was me who stood before him. Thank you for this. Fuh. I gritted my teeth without finishing. My eyes welled up with tears, my lips trembled, and I fought hard to restrain my sobs. In response, I only covered his hand with my own, leaning a little closer. That was all I could do. I tried to memorize the way he looks, to capture his image in my heart forever. This is sad. Just staring at each other. Is this man with you? I turned around. My arm hurt for like 3 days after my first shot, but this one hasn't hurt at all, and it's been full 24 hours. It's hit and miss, man. My second one was the worst, but my first one, I didn't really get any symptoms other than like arm soreness. Lucifer stood looking down, pretending not to hear us. Oh yeah, he's a great actor. I'ma say he's with me. He immediately raised his head and looked at me without hiding his surprise. Peter, come here. My relationship with Lucifer improved. Lucifer smirked, appreciating the irony. Today, you're Peter, right, you devil? Yeah, what if we called him Lucifer in front of our dad? We're like, Lucifer, come here. Dad wants to talk to you. Hello? He held out his hand, looked at my dad unexpectedly warmly. Nice to meet you. The feeling is very much mutual. I wanted to elbow him, but Lucifer dodged without taking his eyes off my father. You know, Vicky was a ray of sunshine in my life. You'll say this is how all parents feel, but Vicky, she was special. For a second, Lucifer and I looked at each other, but then immediately turned towards Dad. Yes. Yes. Terrible times. It's hard for everyone. Poor Dad. He feels so alone that he's ready to chat with strangers. Our neighbor, it turns out, died a week before my daughter. And no one even thought of... Oh my God. Until it started to smell. That's what's worse than death. Oblivion. Mr. Dorrington? Did you know him? No, Vicky mentioned him. Dad shook his head, suddenly becoming sad. Thanks again. That was an incredibly sad scene. He took a step back, but unconsciously I held onto his hand. Are we gonna get a diamond scene and spend more time with him? I hesitated for a moment, and then I hugged him as tightly as I could, and then just as sharply I pulled away and ran. Lucifer caught up with me and made me stop. I covered my face with my hands and sobbed until I let out everything that had piled up in me over these weeks. I cried because I understood this meeting with my father was the last. I will no longer come to see him, even if I stay at school. I am burping so much, I'm so sorry. Even if I stay at school, I won't come, even if I miss him terribly. I won't come because I need to come to terms with what happened and let him go. Lucifer was silent, but for some reason I wasn't embarrassed by his presence. Do you want me to show you a special place? It's the only place on earth that I love. Are we going on a date? I wiped away the tears and nodded like a child. Lucifer laughed. I made him laugh, you guys. The vortex took us to the very edge of a mountain cliff. Yeah, I can't say I'm surprised that this is the thing that Lucifer loves on Earth. I almost fell, but Lucifer caught me in time. Ah! The icy air washed over my whole body, and I began to tremble like an epileptic. Really? Is that the metaphor we want to use? The one thing I wish they could do is change the race of our family members, or at least made it a bit more consistent. Like in one book, all the family members were different. It might be because they let you change your race mid-book, but it still takes me out of the moment a bit. Yeah, I agree. It was a little... I wonder if when we see our mom, they're gonna make her, like, race customizable based on what skin you chose, but yeah, it's very weird. Katie said I romanced... You romanced Derek! Interesting. I am gonna kind of hold off on deciding who's gonna be my ally for that series. It's freezing. Unclaimed. When will you learn to use all the power that you gained after death? Imagine how your blood why can't I speak? Imagine how your blood warms up from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. I looked in disbelief at Lucifer, closed my eyes, and tried to warm myself up with the power of thought. Surprisingly, it turned out to be rather simple. I opened my eyes and smiled happily at him. You see. Lucifer sat on the very edge and hung his legs down. I sat nearby. Are you afraid of heights? I would say this type of height, yes. I mean, yeah. Oh, please don't push me off of this bitch, Lucifer. Please do not push me off of this bitch. Ah! I should have said no! I should have said no! And he pushed me from behind, this fucking asshole. Ah! My body was falling like a stone. Girl, if you don't use the wings... Taken aback, I allowed fear to overcome me. I even forgot that I had wings and pressed them even harder to my back. Yeah, man, it's rough romancing this guy. After 5 seconds, which felt like an eternity, I opened my wings and soared up. Damn you! I hit Lucifer on the shoulder. I mean, it's a real love-hate relationship over here that we have. But he's still way more interesting than any of the other allies. I'm sorry, except maybe for the exception of Mimi, but I've already friend zoned her, so this is a little bit too late for that. He recoiled with a laugh, but then suddenly became serious. You have to make a habit of fighting your fears, Vicky. I sat a little further from him. Don't be afraid, I won't push you twice. Of all the places on the planet, you have chosen the top of a mountain with 70-degree weather? Okay. It doesn't look like it's 70 degrees, but okay. What's wrong with you? He was silent for a moment, looking at the horizon. Let's play a game. This is the closest we're gonna fucking get to going on a date with this man in this book. Something devilish and mischievous? Maybe. You can ask me any 3 questions. I'll answer them. But since I am a demon, I won't be completely honest with you. You'll have to guess which of the 3 questions I answer truthfully. Deal? So he's only gonna answer 1? This is 2 truths and a lie. He could have just said it's 2 truths and a lie. And if I guess, then what? Yeah, but then what was the F for? Is there like a different measurement of temperature that I don't know that it uses an F? I'll give you something, a keepsake. I squinted at him. Alright. Minus, yeah, maybe. Maybe it's minus 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Maybe it's just a typo, they forgot to put that in there. Why don't you like me? Not like you? Ugh, Lucifer, do not make me fangirl over you in this scene. You bully me constantly, you're aggressive. Yeah, I think it was a typo. Aggressive. He grinned. Because I don't like your type. Weak girls who accidentally gain their wings and think that they're so special. He emphasized the last word. You ignore all the rules, look for adventure, and for what? Maybe it's the Russian to English translation. Yeah, there's been quite a few moments where I'm just probably chalking it up to translation. I gotta get the right answer for oh shit. No. I don't like weakness, and you're a constant reflection of weakness. I clenched my fist and turned away. You asked, I answered. Take the answers with dignity. Don't be so arrogant. Next question. Alright, what's going on between you and Osti? Osti? Why are you asking about her? Simple curiosity and observation. His lips trembled, slightly smirking. Nothing is going on between us. Do you have feelings for her? That's another question. Forget it then. Okay, what do you like about this place? Really, of all the possible questions, this is the one you're asking me? I think it will reveal a lot about you. Lucifer turned away, looking again into the distance. Here I feel my worthlessness. These mountains, this endless emptiness makes me feel small. And there's zero magic involved. It just stands there, silently in all its glory. And here's so cold compared to hell. So terribly cold. This place is the exact opposite of me. He turned towards me. That's why I like it here. I was confused and silently looked at him. Then Lucifer got closer. Oh, why am I saying it in his voice? Then Lucifer got closer to me and whispered, Next question, unclaimed. I ran out of questions. Exactly. And what question did I answer honestly? Oh. Um. Mm. want to say it was a question about why he liked this place. Okay, let me go through my logic, and then I will ask you guys what the answer is. I do want to know what the answer is before I pick it. I just felt like the answer that he gave about the location felt the most genuine to me. I think the thing about him saying that I'm weak, I mean, I am to a certain degree, but I think he was over exaggerating that one. And I don't necessarily believe that there's nothing going on between him and Asti. I don't really believe that. She's a little bit too close to his side. She kind of reminds me of Laura was with Andy, where Laura was like just super like jealous and a little bit like catty with us, for reasons that we didn't know until, we realized she was getting jealous of our relationship with Andy, even though I did not want this man in my perimeter whatsoever. So I want to say that it was the location answer that he was being honest with us about. Please let me know if that is the case. Is that a yes for I'm correct? Yeah, location? Okay. Cool. Whoop. Right. But that was easy. What's the catch then? Lucifer smiled slowly. I So are you ready for your present? I'm not so sure anymore. As you wish. Lucifer wanted to get up, but I waved my hands excitedly. No, no, no. Wait. Give me my present. Um. Everything happened quickly, so I didn't immediately understand what he was doing. Lucifer suddenly appeared in front of me. I felt the smell and warmth of his body. It was the first time that Lucifer was that close to me. He touched my chin and imperiously turned my face towards him and kissed me. I'm gonna take a sip of water. Just excuse me while I collect myself. Thank you very much. Alright, I needed that little break. His hot, daring lips skillfully possessed mine. I know I skipped the scene with 80 because of potential content, and it's just so painful to feel like I'm gonna have to do the same thing with Lucifer. It's so painful. This is what I've been waiting for. I hate this. Because I want to pick it, but also because it's so expensive. Just take it off the screen. You didn't skip the Mimi scene. Oh, it's just kissing? Okay, well, if it's just kissing, then I feel fine about it. I know, Eric, but I wasn't really thinking about, like, the rules of Twitch and stuff, and there's, like, content rates and all this kind of stuff. What are you? Shut up, Ben. He said it quietly, almost gently, and continued to kiss me, slowly observing my reaction. I timidly wrapped my arms around his neck without closing my eyes as if asking permission. Oh, if you don't take all his scenes, you can't romance him later, so let me turn off the screen. Okay. Lucifer immediately held me closer and became more passionate. Oh, okay, this is gonna turn. Alright, we are gonna have to switch off the screen. Should I continue reading it? I'll continue reading it. I just feel like maybe it's the, yeah, maybe it's just the content I can't show, but I'll continue reading it. Once I gave him consent, it became an ardent kiss. This closure between us gave me goosebumps and my head felt dizzy. I never realized before just how much I was drawn to him. I was craving for more. Lucifer grabbed the hair in the back of my head and pulled it slightly, almost growling during the kiss. Wow. I felt like he too wanted to snuggle closer for me, but for some reason he slowly pulled away. My entire body was longing for his touch. It was as if his kiss made me addicted to him. But he pulled away and stepped back, leaving only emptiness inside. Oh, that was... Okay, I think we're good. Let's switch it back. I'm glad you liked my gift. Lucifer moved away from me completely, pretending that it meant nothing to him. What? You... I turned away to hide my emotions. I'd rather suffocate than show him how I feel. I won't show it. I looked at him again, plastered a smile on my face. I was kind of hoping it would be some kind of trinket or a keepsake. Okay, he was just looking at me, surprised. I proudly stood up, brushed off the snow. We have to go. The vortex opened over our heads. We flew in silence, but Lucifer? Interrupted it with another portion of immoralizing. Don't even think of going back to your father. You'll only torment him. I know, I don't need you to tell me that. Yes, I noticed. This is why the unclaimed are forbidden to visit their relatives. You're like ghosts that won't let their wound heal. Are you looking for a reason to argue? Wait, how did you put it? Like ghost? So what? Everything inside me went cold. I remembered. Oh God. What's the matter? On the day of my death, Mr. Dorrington, our neighbor, came to our house. I was alone then. He acted weird and he was all wound up. I didn't understand what he wanted because he got spooked by a friend of mine who just came to visit. It cannot be. Your father said your neighbor died a week before you did. Exactly. Lucifer exhaled heavily, digesting the information, and then said like a sentence. One of the immortals took the form of your neighbor. Oh! Congratulations, Unclaimed. Someone upstairs needed you to die. Oh boy! Yeah, I definitely am leaning a little bit more. I gained 2 demon points, gained 1 angel point, so I'm 15 angel, 16 demon, got an extra additional glory point. Yeah, T. I am gonna go ahead and play this ad, so I don't want to make you guys watch it. But holy crap. Holy crap. I mean, oh my god, the chat. The T in the chat. I am breathless at these accusations that are landing in the chat right now. That would be so interesting. I guess I shouldn't be like too shocked, right? Because isn't technically like it's all about balance and stuff? Well, I don't know. I guess everything on Earth is about balance of like good and evil. But not everything requires the involvement of the immortals, right? So it must have been something special for someone to have orchestrated my death, specifically. Ooh, I'm on day 17 rewards, which means I'm getting 18, or not 18, 3 diamonds a day now. Maybe Dino's dad, maybe. Maybe it was Andy. We're getting some other guesses in the chat. This is good. Okay, so we're going to start episode 10. Who wouldn't like to go to Heaven's Ball? I'm not going to show it quite yet because there's usually an ad. Yep, there's an ad. Oh my god. It's just the audio of that ad. I am shook. And we only have one more episode, so I don't really know what other things we are going to kind of run into or what else we're going to discover, unless this one's going to be jam-packed. But I have a feeling they're going to leave a lot of questions for us to answer in season 2. Yeah, Eric. Thank you. I appreciate everyone who has played this before but is keeping their mouths shut. I appreciate it. Um, oof, I'm hyped. I appreciate y'all. Do you think next book they'll let me upgrade the bedroom, Eric? Chapter 10, The Ball. I ran into my room without even saying goodbye to Lucifer. Closing the door behind me, I pressed against it and crawled to the floor. It was hard to breathe. I put my hand on my chest and tried to inhale, but I couldn't. The last time I had an episode like this was when I realized as a child that my mom would never come back. You're really craving some pickles? So, I'm eating peaches right now, so I hope nobody can hear me chewing because I'm trying to keep my mic away from my mouth when I do it, but this peach is smacking. It's so good. Oh, here's another question because you brought up a topic that I was talking about with someone a couple of days ago. What is something that a lot of people like to eat, but you personally don't like to eat? Like, what are some of your food, like, pet peeves? Because sometimes people don't like pickles. I really like pickles. Eric says, I think you're stuck with it. Damn it. Narnia said, watch out, Andy, about to be creeping on you. Well, as always. I always kind of expect him to be creeping on me because he's just a little bit of a weirdo. Who needed my death? Coleslaw. Yeah, okay, so I'm the same way. Coleslaw, I really do not like. I closed my eyes and took several deep breaths in an attempt to calm my frantic heartbeat. The only time that I've ever, I wouldn't say I enjoyed it, but I allowed it to be on my plate was as if it's on top of like a pulled pork sandwich or something. Seafood, all seafood. Um, Seafood isn't my favorite, but there's certain things like crab and shrimp that I'm a really big fan of. When I got up, I noticed an object on the bed. I came closer. Ooh, a wooden box. Seafood, fish, and I love sushi. Oh, you guys are breaking my heart. Burritos? Really? Is it like a certain type of thing that goes in the burrito that you don't like, or just burritos in general? The box was light, almost weightless. It had strange glowing patterns engraved on it, and I immediately was interested to explore it. I wonder what's inside. Oh, what is this? What is this? It contained a letter written on parchment paper. You just don't vibe with them? So I like a burrito, but I don't like it when you go get a burrito from a restaurant and they wrap it up like you're supposed to hold it while you eat it. Because every time I've ever watched someone eat, like hold a burrito and eat it, it just completely falls apart in their hands, and I just don't like that experience. So I think from like an experience thing, I kind of get what you're saying. But if you put it on a plate and you cut it open, like I'm good with that. Vicky, if you're reading this letter, it means that the angel forces in you are stronger than the demonic ones. No, they're not. No, they're not. I have 16 demon points and I have 15 angel ones. So you took after me after all. I got a message from my mother. It's my mom. Oh, it means you have enough angel or demon points to unlock the option. You hate bell peppers. Oh, you guys are breaking my freaking heart, man. My mom I grew up with my mom putting bell peppers in like damn near anything. So like whenever I cook something, there's probably gonna be bell peppers in it. I have bell peppers sitting in my fridge right now. It means you have enough angel or demon points to unlock the option. Okay, cool. Basically Taco Bell food. So here's the thing, I don't think anyone who respects themselves should eat Taco Bell unless you're eating their nacho fries. Those are incredible, but everything else, just please go to an actual Mexican restaurant. I swear to God. I hope you're following in my footsteps and you won't get stuck for long at the bottom of the heavenly hierarchy. As far as I know, your academic achievements leave much to be desired. Do not disappoint me, daughter. We have not seen each other for so many years. Why is she so cold? However, I got carried away. Take this message seriously. Onions? Oh, God, no. Say it ain't so, Lexi. Some caramelized onions, some fried onions. You don't like that? Someone wants to kick you out of school. For now, I don't know who exactly. This someone is powerful enough to send a request, but not enough to put a rush on the decision making. Be careful. Do not trust anyone, and do not give in to the charms of angels and demons. They can and will set you up. Damn, our mom is like... The school is full of traitors. The only ones I trust are Fenicio and Crowley. Well, you kind of betrayed Fenicio a little bit, you know? Your mother. As soon as I finished the letter, it turned into dust. Mimi came into the room. Oh my god, not y'all ganging up on onions, bro. Onions are my favorite vegetable. I said it. Yeah, I said it. They're the best vegetable out there. Hey T, I'm not sure, are you referring to the name of a restaurant? Because I'm not familiar with it, but I do agree Taco Bell is like the lowest tier of like Mexican food you could get. What's wrong with you? You look as if you've seen Shepa himself. There was a box with what? I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. I looked around, but the box also disappeared. Mom left a message warning me to be careful. You look more upset than scared. I don't know. I have this strange feeling. It's a Mexican grill. Mara, it's my favorite vegetable. It's delicious and it makes everything taste better and it goes well with like everything. I love cooked onions, just can't do raw. I don't think that reasonable people should eat raw onions. I think cooked onions is always the way to go. Rubio's or Chipotle. Okay, I've never heard of that, so that's interesting that I've never heard of it. Is it like a regional chain, probably? I suddenly realized that I don't know my mother at all. She died when you were little. You couldn't have known her. And with regards to the message, we all need to be careful. How was your assignment? Oh, okay, it's in Arizona. I'll have to look it up and see if there's a place near me. Oh, don't get me started. I slowly got up. I hope they don't kick me out. You know, maybe it's even better if they will. I don't want to see your face age. What are you talking about? Where in the US? I don't really like to get too specific. I just say like southern US, where it's just hot as fuck like all of the fucking time. 3 in Kentucky. Okay, gotcha. When you first arrived here, you've asked me so many questions, and for what? To ask them all over again? She twisted her finger in the air, pouted her lips, and rolled her eyes. Since our work is directly connected to Earth, we share the same time continuum. And that means we are aging like ordinary mortals, at least on the outside. Therefore, many archangels in Cephium look old. They've helped the world of the living for far too long. When we return to hell or heaven, time stops for us. Birthright angels and demons study partly at the academy and partly at home to regain their strength. I waved my hand, interrupting her. Yes, I remember everything. The unclaimed students at the academy... Oh, the unclaimed students study at the academy until one of the parties claims them. And you're not exactly young. Whoa! Oh, leave me alone. Mimi escorted me out of the room with an evil laugh. Used to live in Florida and I miss the food. I've actually never been to Florida. I have like a lot of people that I know who are like from Florida, but I genuinely have no desire to go to Florida. I don't know what it is. People don't necessarily sell it when they talk about it, and then you hear all the memes about like Florida man, Florida man news, and it doesn't necessarily make it enticing. The unclaimed sat in their places. The curators proudly stood in front of us, ready to decide the fate of each of the students. So today is an important day for the unclaimed. Today we will decide whether they will ascend to the next level or continue to solve humans' lesser problems. Lilo will be the first to speak about her student. Lilo, dear, please. Dear? That's interesting. Yeah, I thought that was a little bit weird. Didn't say anything though. Hello, everyone. Oh, is this like Dino's like friend? I feel how much you worry, but you shouldn't. I'm sure you all did great. Florida man is wild. New one every day. Yeah, the news that comes out of Florida is insane. I'm kind of insulted that I had angel points, to be honest. Florida as a state is scary, but the food is yummy. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense to me. How sweet we could become friends. It makes me want to barf. So basically what I had 16 demon, 15 angels, so we'll go with an angel for this one. Her kind nature is rare even among angels. Lilo gave a brief description of her joint assignment with the unclaimed and soon stepped aside. Then Mimi and the others stepped forward to speak. It was Lucifer's turn. Obviously bored, he stepped forward, found me with his eyes, and looked indifferently at Fenicio. Yep, just keeping them equal. I must report that Vicky failed her task. The unclaimed started to whisper. Apparently, I was the only one who failed! It was stupid to expect otherwise. And even though she's the daughter of a seraph, weak human blood flows in her veins. Narcissistic asshole? Lucifer laughed in response. He put his hands in his pockets and looked at me as if assessing me. Oh, look at the quirked eyebrow? Maybe tell us first about your assignment? Oh my god. Hold on one second, y'all. What is this? I guess my game just crashed. Cool. Nice. The game was so embarrassed for me that Lucifer was just dragging me in front of the whole class that it just made me force exit. Oh my god, it's just quitting on me. Okay. That was weird. The unclaimed sat in their places. Is this... Okay, so let's just tap through. We'll do the same thing. Yada yada, I yelled at him, he laughs. Fenicio is not impressed. I had to disrupt a wedding, the unclaimed had to save it. To start with, I used a time advantage and was the first one at the wedding. But the unclaimed don't know yet how to accelerate the vortex. Not my problem. Then I seduced the bride, but before that, I asked the waiter to tell the groom that she was looking for him. You've thought everything through. Vicky did a good job and thwarted my plan. Well, at least he complimented us once. I had to come out and show myself to the groom. And what's your sentence, Lucifer? I bit my lip to blood and stared at a spot on the floor in anticipation of his coup de grace. Is that how you say that? Blow to my reputation? As I said, Vicky failed, but that was inevitable. She should be moved to a higher level to see how she copes. Oh. What? You heard me. Would that be all? Without waiting for Fenicio's answer, Lucifer left the classroom. Andy, who... Oh, no! Oh, God, not this hoe again. Andy, who was silent all this time, turned to me. Lucifer doing the no. I if this is your first time on the stream, I never give Andy a consistent voice. I do not care enough to give him a consistent voice because I do not like his character. And yes, Andy has ruined our quality Lucy time. Lucifer doing the noble thing, that was truly unexpected. He said this with faint irritation, but at the same time, he was clearly glad that I still have a chance. Well, we heard out all the curators and taken into account their opinions. I made it in one piece. It had been a long time since I felt that happy. Yes, Lucifer stepped up for us. I wonder if that changes based on your relationship with him. Does that? I don't know if it does. According to tradition, we ask the unclaimed which side they prefer. Everyone started to shout at once, "Angel, demon, demon, angel." When Phoenicio's... Oh boy. Oh boy. When Phoenicio's gaze reached me, I replied, is this like the final thing? It doesn't? Okay. Thank you. Hmm. Oh, okay. You didn't have a good relationship and it still said the same thing. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. So is this like the final time we get to decide what we want to do? Okay. Whew. I just finished that peach. It was so good. I'm gonna say I want to say somewhere in the middle. Excuse me, what? And he turned to me so that Phoenicia wouldn't see him. What are you saying? Angel Phoenicio poked a finger at me with such fierceness as if he was about to execute me. I never want to hear this again. Am I making myself clear? Oh. He straightened his hair and clothes but spoke in a calm but slightly hasty voice. A ball will be held today, in honor of your successes. He went out, slamming the door as usual. The lesson was over. Okay. Maybe this one? Mimi showed a see-through dress. Well, or this one. I didn't have enough time to see the outfit when Mimi proposed an alternative. Once again, I looked at all the options and looked for something that would suit me. Yeah, Phoenicio's, are you talking about Andy? Which one are we saying is the worst? I kind of agree with both of them. Okay, we're talking about Phoenicio. So you have Swan Princess, which is nice. Chic. Ooh, wow. I can't believe that this one. I mean, I guess out of the three, it's the most modest, but it's not bad. Mimi finally chose her outfit and also got dressed. Either? Yeah, I agree, Eric. Will you go to the ball with Andy? First of all, look at this smoking hot outfit she got on. Sadie and I were thinking of going together to support each other. Aww. Sammy's image flickered before my eyes and my chest felt constricted from grief. Let's not talk about sad things. So, did you arrange to go together? Why Andy? You shouldn't be seen at the ball accompanied by an angel or a demon. Oh, they say Crowley will fly in and maybe one of the archangels. Fuck no, I will go by my damn self. Well, it's your prerogative. Yeah, Andy definitely makes me nauseous the thought of him being my date all night. As soon as we were done talking, someone knocked at the door. Oh, what is this outfit? He either looks like a chef or a prisoner. There's no way that this guy thinks this is how you dress up for a ball. Hope I'm not bothering. I want it. No! He did not just milady me. He just miladied me. Oh my god. Said Andy's gonna get all butthurt. I don't remember, but I think I pretended to be single but was going with Mimi. Okay. It's even worse, hobo chic. Yeah, I don't know what this outfit is. Is camp? No. Ew, look at his face! I didn't even see his face! Look at his face! Ew! I wanted to invite you to the ball, milady. Andy bowed gallantly, stretching out his hand. I want to go on my own, Andy. God, this is so awkward. Oh, I get it. Andy froze for a moment and then suddenly straightened up and frantically began to tidy his clothes. I heard Colt from 90 Day Fiancé on that, my lady. Yeah, good. I will go then. Giving very commented on homeless. What is did on? I'm sorry. I feel like I'm totally misreading your your comment. Poor thing. Of course, Mimi thinks this is hilarious. Mimi seems to be amused by this situation. Before the ball, Seraph Crowley gave a long and dull speech. I do not make a habit of coming to the academy this often, but given recent events, I decided that my presence was mandatory. He talked about how groundless the rumors surrounding Malbonte are and encouraged us to keep focused on keeping balance like never before. Everyone eagerly stomped it around, waiting for him to finish his speech. I like that I said stomped it. Did you guys notice that? But I've kept you waiting long enough. Relax while you can. Great ending. Seraph Crowley bowed and joined the rest of the teachers. Everyone eagerly followed his advice. The ball was already in full swing. Angels and demons waltzed to loud music. Oh, how do you say? Okay, in French. Got it. Some stood aloof on the sidelines, drinking from gilded glasses. Some imposingly sat on the sofas, ate grapes, and watched the dancing crowd. Yeah, basically, Mimi looks like a fucking stunner, 11 out of 10, beautiful queen, and Andy just shows up looking like he's wearing like his jail jumpsuit. The music began to play faster and louder, and everyone else around spun and swirled, changing their partners with the neighboring couples just to return to their own partners again. I watched the dancers with interest. Are you bored? Oh, look at that little swanky little coat that Adi got on. He's got a little chain and some slacks. Oh, okay. Okay. Everybody's looking cute. I know when I friend zoned her, but it was for a good reason, Eric. You told me that if I didn't do it then, that I was going to hurt her feelings, and I didn't want to do that. Hearing a familiar voice, I turned around. Mimi stood arm in arm with Andy. God, these typos. If you're bored, I understand you completely. Mimi indifferently pulled away from Adi. I'll go get myself a drink or something. Why aren't you dancing? I just arrived. Terrible excuse. For a while, he watched the demons and angels dance. I look at them and I feel this hatred building up inside me. Why? Sammy is dead and they're having fun. And you know what, Eric? And what about it? He's worth it. Not everyone knew Sammy. Adi finished his drink in one gulp and waved his hand. You're right. I'll go get another drink. I watched him go. Oh, he's struggling with this. For a second I wanted to stop him, but I restrained myself. I walked around the room, greeting and smiling at familiar faces. I've never seen this upcoming scene with the low glory path. I'm kind of excited. Oh no. A waiter walked past carrying trays. One with drinks, the other one with snacks. What should I have? I'll just get a drink. I definitely took a glass and drank it in one gulp. The glyph went straight to my head. I got drunk. There were fewer dancers on the floor, and I noticed Lucifer and Austin on the other side of the room. The devil girl sat next to him, resting her head on his shoulder. Yep, there's definitely something going on between them. She was talking enthusiastically about something, but Lucifer couldn't care less, and his eyes kept wandering around the room. One of the waiters crashed into me, and a couple of glasses shattered. Oh no. The waiter quickly gathered the fragments and disappeared, but the noise attracted Lucifer's attention. I saw his red, piercing eyes. I'm gonna stare proudly back at him. Hell yeah. Oh, look at the bedroom eyes I'm making. Lucifer's lips twitched into a grin. Your relationship with Lucifer improved. Get out of here so I can see his face. Go, go. Okay. Shaming me for low glory. Yeah, my glory is pitiful. And yeah, KT, that's really awkward. If that was me, I'd be so embarrassed. He looks good. Oh, everybody looks really cute. Hi. Lilo stood in front of me, blocking Lucifer. Oh, alright, bitch. Oh, hello. She held Dino's arm. How do you like the ball? Oh, he looks good too. Dino and Lilo looked like a happy couple. Are you dating? Since you came here together? The question was bold and tactless. Lilo and Dino looked at each other but didn't answer. I need to be more careful with that glyph. Oh no. I'm glad Lucifer let you advance to the next level. It seems that even he understood that it was unfair to put you up against someone like him. Looks like it. I smiled, but the smile came out crooked, even taut. I wanted to talk with Dino, but I'd already opened my mouth, and Lilo pressed closer to him, and he said with a smile, Vicky, be careful. He squeezed my shoulder and looked at me carefully. Please. Have a good evening, Vicky. Yeah, that's fair. I didn't really want to talk to him anyways. Yes, you too. The music stopped. The coach from the flying tournament came out and waved his hands a little hysterically. Attention! Attention, please! Shefa. Geralt hurriedly ran up to the coach and told him to shut up. By tradition, the best students among angels and the best one amongst demons will have the honor to start the seasonal reign. Wow. I'll ask everyone to step outside. I eagerly followed the others. Oh, not another ad, bro. This is painful. Ugh. Can we just get to the end of the night? I don't know. I'm not finding this scene super entertaining, so hopefully the whole taking it outside and watching them start the whatever reign is going to be more interesting. I don't think I've actually gotten. Am I drunk? Did I drink Glyph or something? What is happening here? I don't think I've actually gotten to the scene for Low Glory, right? And then KT said I'm getting Bloodbound vibes. It does ring very Bloodboundy. Everyone stood in a semicircle. Several sea dragons lay in the center, curled up on the grass. This year we decided to invite the best among the unclaimed to join the ceremony. Unclaimed, who among you is worthy of this honor? Oh, it's not me. Everyone started to scream different names. As a result, they couldn't choose the best. Geralt got angry. Enough! In that case this year, there will be no one claimed in the ceremony. As usual, Lucifer and Dino have the honor to perform the ritual as the best students of the school. They stepped forward while the rest applauded. Each of them stopped near one of the dragons. Ready? Yes. Yes. Go. The dragon soared up and then dived down. For a while it was quiet. But soon the roar of one of the dragons was heard. It was low and resembled thunder. Do the sea dragons make that sound? Then another roar. And the tears of the dragon will bring peace and calm to people. I turned around sharply, scared by the proximity of the demon's voice. What does that mean? Maybe you're lucky and someday you'll see it with your own eyes. Maybe next year. Wow, that was shade. In a while, Dino and Lucifer returned to us. We greeted them with applause. Congratulations on the purifying rain shower. And the music started to play again, prompting everyone to enjoy the evening. I came up to the Geralt. What does purifying rain mean exactly? What does it cleanse? Geralt grinned and looked at me. Pain. The rain brought by the sea dragons brings relief to the human world. This is our gift to them. Heartache, fear of the future, everything suddenly fades away and ceases to torment the mortals. Among other things, purifying rain brings death. Oh, death. For those who pray for it. Death can sometimes be a relief too. Don't you agree? Sometimes. He smiled. Good girl. Ugh. Alright, Geralt, I like you, but don't tempt this. I'm learning more each day about this world. There are so many secrets. I looked at the academy building, the floating cliffs in the distance, and the tall tower hiding among the clouds. Will I uncover at least one of them? Maybe. Would you be willing to share one? Such as Malbonte, for example? Oh, not us tempting him. We just tempted him. Geralt twisted his lips in exasperation. I have already said that this is a myth. Then... yeah, who the fuck is that? Oh wow, they got the dress and everything that I was wearing last time. Someone stood at the tower's window. I couldn't make out who he was, but for some reason I could feel him staring at me. Tell me about the boy in the tower. Why in the world would I gossip with you? Demons must help each other. Share secrets. I like Geralt, but I don't like the whole good girl thing. That just kind of weirded me out. Geralt laughed. And fine, compelling arguments. Still, I can see the resemblance between you and Rebecca. Did you know Mom? We met when she got the post. I already opened my mouth to ask more questions, but Geralt interrupted me. About the boy in the tower, I don't know who he is. I only know that he is a birthright angel. Apparently, he is sick and apparently dear to Shefa. Shefa locked the boy in the tower for his own protection to shield him from the world. For many, many centuries, he was so weak that he did nothing but sleep. But half a century ago, he woke up and then everyone found out about him. That's all I know. So the mystery remains unsolved. This is the way things are here. What about you? Me? Why did you become a teacher? Because I'm sick of the ambition that intoxicates angels and demons from their birth. They crave for power. I respect strength, not status. I thought strength and status in your world are one and the same. Not always. Geralt looked around at the demons, angels, and exclaimed, Rebecca has always been very ambitious. She is a dangerous woman. Although she is your mother, I would not trust her, Vicky. What are you saying? This is the end of our heart-to-heart. Wow. Geralt went inside. Come on, man. There is music everywhere, and lots of couples dancing to it. Mimi, Adie, and Andy came up from behind and deliberately scared me. Hey! Sorry. The interesting part is over. The only sight to witness from now on is everyone getting drunk on Glyft. And that's quite something. I like it. You're always like trashy stuff, Adie. Trashy? What kind of word is that? Human? Yeah, do you like it? Trashy? Trashy. Trash, trash, trash. They giggled like children. Are they drunk? Andy and I looked at each other. I trolled my finger near my temple. Thank you so much, Eric. I've worked very hard on perfecting them. In less than a minute, Osti sat next to me. Oh no. And how do you like the party? I turned towards her and noticed she brought Lucifer with her. Lucifer grinned at me. Cat got your tongue? How do you like the party? Oh god, she's pissed. I'm gonna tell her get lost. What do you want? I wanted to chat, boar. Lucifer, who until then stood silently beside me, sat between Osti and me. He rested his arms on the back of the sofa, turned first toward the devil girl, then at me. There's no need to fight, girls. There's plenty of me to go around. Oh, God. Osti hit Lucifer on the shoulder. Are you in a good mood? A great one. I got up from the sofa, but Lucifer stopped me, holding my hand. Where are you going? I'll leave you two alone. I pulled my hand away. Osti immediately touched Lucifer's chest, trying to stop him. Let her go. Leave the little girl alone. I hate him. Narcissistic, rude, arrogant. Hey, Unclaimed, are you upset? Why can't he just call me by my name rather than calling me Unclaimed? Lucifer caught up with me and stopped me. Take your hands off me. What do you want from me? He sharply turned me around and pressed me against the wall. He raised my hands up, holding me by the wrist. I felt his breath on my neck. Oh my god. Someone please let me know in the chat right now if this is one of those things that if I reject him now, it's gonna like hurt our relationship. Cause then I'll have to play this scene like off. Like I'll have to hide the screen. Oh, his lips teasingly touch mine. Oh my god, it's just silence. Bam! Oh wait! Are we getting interrupted? We are! Glass shattered! It's worth watching the scene or doing a replay to owe Lucifer a wish. The scene is hilarious but also has consequences, so I've only seen it once. Okay. Yes, it would. Okay. Angel Fenicio and Seraph Crowley menacingly froze in the hallway. Oh. What's going on here? To violate so brazenly the main rule of heaven and hell? Well, it is Lucifer. Congratulations, Vicky Walker. That was the last straw. You are expelled. Are you fucking serious right now? Are you serious? You won't be able to reject him here. The book plays out like that even if you're not romancing him. Oh, okay, so he still pins you against the wall. Nice. Alright. Classy, Lucy. Classy. Whoa, let me turn off the music from the ad. I'm gonna take a quick break. Also, before actually I go on break, I did want to say that, because I did mention on Twitter that I was going to talk about how I was going to include Shadows of St. 4. If you missed Shadows of St. 4 stream, the replay is available still on Twitch and on YouTube. And I did say I was going to try to figure out how I was going to fit into my schedule. I'm not going to add an extra day in my streaming for the book. I'm just going to switch off. So like next week when I stream on Tuesday, I'm going to be playing Shadows of St. 4, and then the next week we'll switch back to Heaven's Secret, and we'll just keep switching back and forth. So there goes my big announcement about the schedule, and I am going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so we just finished season 1 of Heaven's Secret, and I'm gonna go ahead and play through episode 1 of season 2. So, for anyone who missed it, I did say that I am going to just kind of switch off on the weeks, and just flip between Heaven's Secret and Shadows of Saint 4 on, Tuesdays. So next week I will play Shadows of Saint 4. The week after that I'll play Heaven's Secret, so on and so forth. And hopefully that way I don't like run through all of my diamonds, because like I thought about potentially dedicating just like a different day to Shadows of Saint 4, but like at least this way I have like a week in between each one where I can like play the ads and open the app and get free diamonds, yada yada yada. I feel like if I was playing like 2 times like a week on both stories, then I would just run out of diamonds so fast. So yeah, let's go ahead and continue playing and pick up from season 2, which only has 9 episodes. You're about to get expelled. Time to taste the bitter consequences. Oh my god, I should have just started the ad. I shouldn't even have like transitioned back. Oh. Here's a question. For people who have Netflix, do you have any recommendations? Things that you've watched recently that you've enjoyed. Ooh, who is this? Don't answer that. It's a hypothetical. I want to figure it out. Don't answer. Wow. New character. I'm excited. I hope we get to meet him this chapter. The last RC update took over 1,000 diamonds from me. I wish I even had 1,000 diamonds. He's the man you finna cheat on Lucy for. Ooh. Those are bold claims. Chapter 1 on the brink of expulsion. Dozens of rows of demons and all kinds of repellent creatures surrounded the school. Mara said she hasn't opened up Netflix in over a month. Well, that's fair. I don't know. I've been watching a few like Netflix, especially the Netflix originals, and they kind of suck, to be honest. Like I watched Awake and I wasn't super impressed by it. And Black Summer I thought was very boring. I just finished watching it today. And to be honest, I skipped through the majority of it and then I like read the episode summary on like the wiki or something. Satan stood in front of them as unwavering as his army. His lips trembled with rage, flames scorching in his eyes. I guess I was so torn between him and Lucy until the second to last chapter. Oh no. Ew, this is what Satan looks like. Never. You have made your own bed. Satan dug his nails into his ribs and turned them inside out. Oh, he took off his human appearance like a fancy dress and turned to a real monster. Oh! Bleh. Holy shit. There shall be war. The demons roared and rushed forward towards the angels. Is this a flash forward? A dream? I'm sorry, I almost choked. This is a month before the events. Mimi was sitting on the bed, her legs tucked under her, and kept looking sideways at me. Well, what now? You kissed Lucifer? What the hell? Well, are you talking about the episode in the hallway? Have there been any other episodes? So I started watching season 1 of Lucifer with somebody, and it was entertaining, but I don't know if I felt entertained by it enough. Maybe it's just one of those shows you kind of have to get past the first season. Shadow and Bone, definitely watch that. It was incredible. Lock and Key is on my list. Lupin, I don't know if I've seen it on there. And I'm also a big fan of The Circle. And The Witcher. So I'm kind of going back and forth if I want to watch The Witcher right now, because I actually haven't finished um, playing The Witcher 3, which I think is like what largely The Witcher was based off of. So I heard that like you may not understand certain things after finish playing The Witcher 3, but I am like a long way from finishing that game. I might add it to my stream schedule because I was thinking of just restarting it. I was silent for a moment and then quickly answered, "Yes." Mimi, startled, turned away and for a few seconds looked somewhere to the side. Jupiter's Legacy, I have it on my list too. Grey's Anatomy is so fucking long. There's like 35 seasons. I don't know how you're doing that. I love Black Mirror. Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, I don't think I've watched. You know, the Good Place is very, very popular, but I don't like it. Like, I gave it a try. Not a fan. Good Girls in the 100? Okay. Isn't Good Girls about that group of moms who, like, do crime or something? Oh, okay, so I can watch The Witcher? Okay, good. Then she looked at me again, a little embarrassed, even guilty. I see. Mimi. Baby girl, we talked about this. Nope, shut up. I don't want to know anything. Uh-oh. So what about breaking the rule? Will you be expelled? Yeah. I don't know. There'll be a special meeting to decide that. In the meantime, I can't even leave the room. Queen's Gambit. I started watching it and I stopped. I need to get back into it. Bam! Mimi and I turned around, frightened. The window flew wide open and banged against the wall. Who's there? Show yourself, moron. Here goes fucking Lucifer sneaking through my window like some Romeo. Come on, man. Oh, Mimi's gonna be so pissed to see him. Lucifer peered through the window frame. Am I a moron? Oh. Mimi squeaking covered her mouth with her hand. Oh. What are you doing here? I came to talk to you. Nah, listen, man, I'm such a simp for this dude, whatever. Listen to what he has to say. I folded my arms over my chest. Did you come here to apologize? Exactly. It was difficult to contain the confusion that took over me upon hearing his answer, but I tried to hold it together. Lucifer jumped over the window sill into the room and looked around. His eyes stopped on Mimi. Hello, baby Mimi. She blushed, but then straightened up and flipped her hair as if hiding her insecurity behind arrogant gestures. Hi. How's your dad? I think the Umbrella Academy is on my list too. He's been better, and yours? Burning in hell as always. They were silent for a moment, and then Mimi nodded in understanding and headed towards the door. I won't bother you. Mimi? Oh god. She hastily raised her hands, continuing to back toward the door. It's alright. The door slammed. Let me finish chewing, y'all. I'm so fucking hungry. I got something to eat. Well, we were on break. The door slammed and we were left alone. Lucifer came closer, but I extended my hand forward, keeping him at a distance. You shouldn't be here. What are you trying to achieve? Like I said, I'm here to apologize. Well, apologize and get out. Lucifer sighed heavily, shook his hair. Shook his hair? This is the image of him being like, and then shaking his head, like so hard that it shook his hair, and looked around again. Nice room. It's not that nice, don't lie to me. Are you kidding me? Give me a second. Apologizing isn't really my thing. Well, don't apologize then. What do I care? I mean, he's trying. But he did get us expelled. So, if it was anyone else, like if it was Dino who did this to me, like I'd be so fucking pissed. You're so stubborn. You're one to talk. You act like a child. Sorry, I didn't have enough time to catch up on life's wisdom. I am so bitter about the room. Lucifer sighed again and looked tiredly at me. Especially because fucking Lucifer made a comment on it. Well, I didn't want this to happen. I had too much glyph. It was just a little prank. Crowley and Phoenicia are on edge due to the current situation and took everything with hostility. You're blaming it on Glyph? I don't know. I don't know if I'm playing more than one episode. You always do whatever you want and others have to suffer for it. Why shouldn't I do whatever I want? You came very close. Why can't I enjoy life as I please? Lucifer bent over and his breath touched my neck. Oh my god. You humans think like slaves. The time you're given is so short, and yet you waste it thinking about what others want, afraid to fall out of their good graces. Yeah, I'm no longer a human. He recoiled a little to look at my face and smiled. You're becoming one of us. Lucifer's eyes lingered for a while on my breast, and then his glance slid a little lower, oogling my entire body. Your relationship with Lucifer is fairly close, so he allowed himself such impudence. Okay. I felt uncomfortable. Okay. I'll see you when you get back, Eric. Embarrassed, I tried to cover my body with my hands, but I took them off suddenly, trying not to give away my shyness. And you have a good night too, if I do finish before you come back. Sexy nighty. Did you bring it back from Earth? Oh my god, this conversation has such a different tone than any other conversation I've ever had with him. You're so arrogant and tactless. Like, yeah, you like came to apologize and now you're like commenting on my tits, like. In one swift jerk, Lucifer came dangerously close and his breath burned on my neck again. I wanted to push him away, but he caught my hand. Don't touch me. You got a terrible character, Vicky. Have you looked in the mirror lately? Is this man still drunk? Like, what is going on here? I pushed him away, but he pulled me towards him. I pushed him again, slapped him in the face. He grabbed my wrist in response and pressed me even closer. He left me no room to back away from him. Are you happy now? You slapped the son of Satan. Have you ever dreamed that you'll have such power over beings like me? What kind of power are you talking about? You're very naive, Vicky. I almost called her Nikki. With one hand, he squeezed my cheek so I couldn't look away and then kissed me. Oh my god, there is so much going on in this scene. I pushed him again, took a swing, but he grabbed my hand. Yes, right, you guys? Like, what the fuck? We froze that way. Ah! Exactly, Kat, exactly. Like, if I'm playing, like, a black character, then there should be art about a black character. I don't understand why that's so difficult. It took us about 10 minutes for our breathing and heartbeat to return to normal. Lucifer turned to me, ran his finger over my cheek, and kissed me gently this time. I didn't hurt you, did I? No. Good. He stood up. Ooh, the voice. I have to go. See you at the tower. The tower? Just keep your mouth shut. I'll take care of everything. Oh, okay, so that's where they're gonna determine if I get expelled. He began to get dressed. I silently watched him. He looks like something's bothering him. See you around. Oh, I'm so soft for this man. Lucifer bent down and kissed my head. He left the same way he came in here, through the window. I bet you Mimi was just like, right, no ass shot. I bet you Mimi was just standing outside of the door and like heard everything. I covered myself up with a blanket, curled up, and for some reason burst into tears. Well, the school administration gathered in tower where my fate was to be decided. I was nauseated from the anxiety that took over me. My hands were icy cold and wet. I wiped my palms on the nightie and looked around the closet. This is what we want to wear to our potential expulsion. It's cute, but we'll go with the free outfit. I kind of wish now, since I just went ahead and did that scene, I kind of wish I had just taken the scene with 80 on stream, but whatever. Is what it is. Mimi pulled the blanket off, rising her shaggy head slightly and looked at me half asleep. Are you going to the tower? Yes. Good luck. I'll need it. Lucifer better come through since I gave him that punani. I thought the nightie was gone. Since he so savagely tore it off me. I was dragging my feet, trying to delay the fateful moment. Why the outfit like she was going to the club? That's what I'm saying! She's literally going to, like, potentially be expelled, and she's, like, dressing in, like, the super sexy nightwear. I was scared that this might be the last time I walk into this courtyard. This might be the last time I felt the massive wings on my back that I've come to love, as if I were born with them. It was early morning. I didn't run into any students or teachers on my way. Maybe this is for the best. I heard blows somewhere in the distance and stopped. Another thud. Bam, bam, bam. What's this? I went a little further and saw Dino. He took off swiftly and incredibly forcefully. Then he landed with the same vigor, making the ground crack beneath his feet. He gets up so early to practice. Yeah, it's probably like he's like the best angel in the whole academy. Seeing me, Dino froze for a second, then darted up, hiding behind the clouds. Oh, you did? Okay. I came a little closer and waited for his return. I don't really want to talk to this man right now. Bam! A wall of dust rose. I waved my hands around trying to see something. Hi. Good morning. Are you training? Yes. Will you teach me to take off that fast? He paused, then reluctantly answered. I think school lessons will be enough. I'm not cut out to be a teacher. The invisible wall between us is almost tangible. It was built of Dino's cold and detached attitude towards me. He's angry about this whole Lucifer situation. But I didn't do anything. Best defense is a good offense. Don't explain anything. Explain the situation without apologizing. Oh, boy. I don't really feel like I owe Dino an explanation. Like, I don't think it's really his business who I'm getting busy with, you know what I mean? Like, I've never played a romantic option with him. I've never wanted to do anything romantic with him, so I just feel like I just don't explain anything. Okay, then I won't distract you. I smiled at him with the sweetest smile that I was capable of. Dino nodded, then said, Vicky, violating the law is very serious. Here we go. I didn't break the law, it's all lies. And I'm sorry that you believe the rumors. And I left, leaving him alone with all his thoughts on the matter. Ooh, the art! I stopped in front of the massive gate leading to the tower. A strange feeling took over me, made me hold my breath and cautiously look around. I need to be strong. The door creaked. A sharp, rattling sound echoed in the hall. A cold from beyond the grave emanated from the darkness. I hesitated for a moment, then went inside. Climbing the stairs, I held my hand on the banister. It was rough and obviously old. How many centuries has this building witnessed, and how many more in the future? Looking outside the window, I could see the trees turning into tiny green dots. Shh. Oh, oh, they're saying here. Here. Huh? I flinched and turned around. My foot slipped and I almost fell, but I managed to hold on to something just in time. Here. Who's there? Someone whispered into my ear, but no one was there. I heard hasty steps coming from above. I peeked from behind the railing. The one above was running toward the roof of the tower, and for a brief moment looked down the stairs. Then he hastily disappeared, having noticed me. I had to take the next turn to get to the trial, and the life-altering verdict, but I decided to go higher instead. Wow, we're really pushing our luck today, aren't we? Had sex with Lucifer, like, the night before the expulsion. Now we're breaking and entering into the further part of the tower. The stairs led to some sort of gate-like doors. The sophisticated patterns glowed a little, and I could feel their complex energy hiding great power. They looked like runes. 2 giant archangels guarded the doors. Holy shit. This guy looks like he would kill me in an instant. And so does this guy. Huh? I took a step back, trying to avoid being seen, but one of the guards noticed me. He thumped the scepter he was holding on the floor and took a step forward. You cannot be here, unclaimed. I think I'm a little high on demon points, so I'll just leave obediently. I immediately disappeared around the corner and hurried downstairs. I can guess what they're guarding, like I think I know what they're guarding, but... Hey, Eric! Oh man, you missed the steamy scene. But while turning, I noticed someone's silhouette rushing down the stairs too. I hopped over several steps and leaned over the railing to see him. The stranger saw me and stopped. Oh... Okay. Oh, we're just staring at each other? He stood still for a while, then jerked sharply, hearing a noise above me, and ran towards me. I recoiled, but he grabbed my arm, inflicting pain. What's he doing? I wish I had clipped the art scene now. I'm so bummed. Oh, I'll grab it for you if you want. What's he doing? Should I respond aggressively? I mean, he's kind of yanking me. I'm trying to think about where my angels and demon points are. They're pretty even. I think I maybe had one more demon. Ask them what they're guarding. We'll just get you a Malbonte connection prompt later. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, Kat, that like really fucking sucked seeing that. So the art, we played like basically the equivalent of like a 30 diamond scene with Lucifer. And people asked for me to keep it on the screen because of the art. And when it flashed, I mean, obviously I'm playing a black character, and it showed Vicky as a white character, which was like very strange. Not that like visual novels put in a lot of effort towards diversity generally, but I'm at least used to them making like different art for the different skin tones. So that was like very shockingly disappointing to me that they didn't even like bother to make different art for the 4 different skin tones they allowed people to play. Like that really took me out of the scene. Like it really ruined the moment, kind of, I would say. Respond aggressively, stay calm. I want to stay calm. I cautiously looked at his hand squeezing mine, but didn't answer and made no attempt to break free. Who are you? The art will not always look like the character. That's insane to me, dude. Like, I just don't understand it. It's such little effort. Such little effort to make... Ugh. My name is Bont. Okay, Malbonte. I know who you are. He uneasily looked around the staircase, reached into his pocket, and began frantically to search for something. Finally, he pulled out a mirror with a golden frame. The frame was cracked, oxidized, looked like an antique item. He placed the mirror into the palm of my hand and closed my fingers. Hold this. The fuck? Okay. What's this? Why are you giving me this? Bont continued to look at the stairs, listening to every rustle. Take the mirror. You'll understand everything later. Just take it, please. Just Bont. Yeah, he doesn't want everybody to know. Sometimes they change it, sometimes they don't. This is a freaking bummer, man. The door slammed and heavy steps came up the stairs. Your energy, I think I can trust you. But Bont spread his wings and jumped to the stairwell. But the well was too narrow, and Bont's wings touched the walls, making him fall. Okay, what just happened? Both archangels ran downstairs, passing by me and barely paying attention to me. Looks like they're chasing after Bont. I watched them run downstairs, and I was startled when I heard my name. Vicky. What? What's the matter? It's nothing. Everyone is waiting for you. She held out her hands to me and smiled, but her smile seemed sad. Let's go. Crowley, Phoenicio, and some other demons and angels sat at the table. That is such a bummer, Eric. Like, that is such a fucking bummer. Like, you do not understand how much that fucking bums me out. There's no excuse for that, honestly. Miss Selenia joined them. Lucifer stood in the center in front of them and turned around when I entered. Crowley rose from the table. Vicky, Lucifer, today we will talk about your inappropriate behavior. Meet Archangel Yor, sent by Seraph Rebecca. Oh, no. This man. Mom sent her ward to be one of the judges? And Addie Murian Winchesto, Satan's attachee, is... I know Lucifer? Okay, I'm just very confused by these names. That's right. Crowley sat down again, rested his arms on the table, and looked at those present. So, let us get started. Everyone knows one of the primary laws of heaven and hell is the law of segregation. Angel Phoenicio and I witnessed Vicky and Lucifer cross that line. I'm not to blame for anything. I'm not going to justify myself for something I didn't do. We are here to sort this out. Winchesto, is that the right... Did I say that correctly? I think you just have nothing better to do. I came closer to the table, leaned on it, and looked in everyone's eyes. We all know that Lucifer is the son of Satan and he'll get a free pass. But no one will care about an unclaimed. Vicky, shut up. No, you shut up. This is all because of you. Lucifer will get what he deserves, just like you. Oh, God. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Can I say I doubt it? I hope so, or we didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Lucifer pinned me against a frickin' wall without my consent. I also feel like this is gonna piss him off a little bit. I'll just say we didn't do anything. Lucifer grinned. We are saints, don't punish us. Shut up. Oh my god, Lucifer. Leave the bickering for some other time. Vicky, do not disgrace your mother's name. Nepotism at its finest. Yep, pretty much. It's quite amusing listening to V try to decide which option to take. Does my anxiety about picking the wrong one entertain you? First, we will ask you a couple of questions. 80 Mirian Winchesto. Am I saying that? Will read in your eyes whether or not you were telling the truth. I love that everyone's like, yeah, I love to listen to me freak out about the choices. The unclaimed does not yet master the ability to block her mind from reading, so I am addressing you, Lucifer. If you block your consciousness, we will hold it against you. Do you understand? Lucifer hesitated for a moment. Yes. Seraph Crowley nodded to Admiral Winchesto. He got up and approached us. Have you broken any laws beside the one at hand? Were you involved in the killings that took place over the past month? Have you lingered on Earth longer than you should? As an immortal, have you contacted and mated with humans, etc.? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, yes, I have done that. Everyone started to exchange glances. Miscellanea jumped up. Vicky, like many in Claim, tried to revisit her relatives. We already discussed and decided that it should be forgiven. She wanted to add something else, but Crowley interrupted her. Yes, we all remember that. Good. That was a close one. Lucifer, same question. I hope you will be more prudent. Have you ever violated the laws of heaven and hell? Many times. Everyone whispered, and when the indignation subsided a little, Lucifer added, My father knows about all my violations, and believe me, he punished me much harder than you could ever imagine. Seraph Crowley looked back at Archangel Yor, coughed, and continued, I think reading your mind to verify that will not be necessary. Next question. Have you ever been drawn to the opposite side? Lucifer, to the angels, and in Claim to both angels and demons? I was. I'm not blind. Vicky? Well, I can either say it's not a crime, is it? Or are you implying that you're different somehow? What do they mean by drawn to the other side? Like, when they say mean drawn, do they mean, like, what me and Lucifer did a couple minutes ago? Or, like, what does that mean? Or does that mean we just kind of see the other side's point of view? I don't know what that means. So I don't know if either of these options are better. It's not a crime. I mean, if they're talking about the sexy times, then it kind of is a crime. Are you implying that you're different somehow? Oh, it's demon to angel, like, points? I'm gonna say, are you different somehow? Have you ever been attracted to young girls in those defiant leather outfits that the devils love so much? Oh, that was bolder than I thought it was gonna be. Lucifer laughed out loud. Admiral Winchester also grinned. Melissa... Miss Selena blushed, and Phoenicio pursed his lips so hard they turned white. Answer accepted. And finally, the most crucial question. Lady Marin Winchester will verify your answer. Vicky and Lucifer, did anything happen between you? I remembered Lucifer's hands caressing my most intimate parts. I remembered him undress me. I remembered his gaze when we were together. My stomach ached and I felt hot. Oh my god, if the Admirian looks into my eyes, he will see everything. Yeah, KT. I looked at Lucifer and turned around right away, yet with the corner of my eye I could see his stone-like face. It was completely emotionless, no grin, no fear. He stood in front of me and fixed his gaze on my pupils. Don't tremble like that, I don't bite. For a brief moment, all my memories flashed in his eyes. I could almost feel him digging in my head. It was as if he was flipping through the events of each and every day of my life, throwing aside the ones of no use to him. Winchester raked everything connected with Lucifer. And then Lucifer appeared in my room. The kiss, the slap in the face, the loud moans, the drop of sweat running down my abdomen. Wow, that's very specific. He saw everything. My first impulse was to run, but I forced myself to stand still, staring at Winchester. He looked at Lucifer, lowered his eyes, thinking about something, and then shook his head. Have you seen anything? Winchester was silent for a minute, and then shook his head. No, Seraph Crowley. Yeah, boy! Yes! Thank you for lying for us, Winchester. Alright, I'm starting to see what people like about you. I did not find anything. Yes. Well, commendable. We fucked. We definitely fucked. And he just lied. It is not as bad as I feared. However, Vicky, I do not like the fact that you always appear to be connected to the stories about Malmonte. I advise you do not add fuel to the fire as many do. This is a luxury you cannot afford from where you are standing. Do you understand me? Yes. Crowley looked around the judges. We learned that Vicky and Lucifer did not violate the law of segregation, but Angel Phoenicio and I saw what we saw, and this is also unacceptable. We should decide whether to assign wardens to them, who will appreciate the degree of their proximity, and what the likelihood is them likelihood is of them crossing the line sooner or later. Angel Fenicio has the first say. That will not be necessary. Huh? Just Lucifer? Huh? Are you sure? Yes. I think this would be too much. Well, alright, Miss Lena. Exposing someone's sex time can't have nothing in this house. Y'all, we can't even get a nut. We can't get a single nut in this book. It is necessary. But, baby, this is for your own good. Okay, Miss Lena, come on, man. Necessary. Not necessary. Well, I have the last say. He studied me with his gaze. Oh, low glory path, just effing me over and over again. Vicky, I do not know you well, and your image is somewhat controversial. I think it is better to keep an eye on you and Lucifer. No! No! Crowley got up and everyone else followed. This is where we end. Vicky, Lucifer, you are free. Not really. If you took the team with Crowley in season 1, he won't give you a guard. Fuck. Oh well. Thank you. I was sincerely happy that I get to stay at this school. You are a lovely girl, Vicky. I wish you the best of luck. Well, if I'm so lovely, then take the fucking guard away from me, man. Lucifer hurried down the stairs. What was that, Lucifer? He stopped, turned towards me, halfway ready to cut the conversation short. What are you talking about? Admiral Winchester saw everything. What did he see? You know what I mean. So what? His cold attitude confused me. Why didn't he tell? I don't know. I have a good relationship with him, but I don't think that's the reason he kept his mouth shut. Lucifer waited a little longer and asked, Is that all? What's the matter with you? Nothing. Are you avoiding me? Why would I do that? Because we slept together. Lucifer glanced at the door behind me that we've just stepped out of and then back at it again. Keep your mouth shut. It was just sex. It doesn't mean that there's something between us. And it doesn't give you the right to approach me and bring up such topics. Wow. Wow. One day you're saying one thing and the next you're hitting on me. What's wrong with you? Lucifer glanced at the closed door again. You understand nothing unclaimed. It reminds me if anyone's ever seen Game of Thrones. You know nothing, Jon Snow. He turned around and went down the stairs. Honestly, I think it was just like kind of inappropriate for her to accost him about them like having sex when like they literally are standing outside of the door of the room they just got judged on. Like, maybe wait until you're out of the tower, Vicky. Wait a little bit till you bring that up. I descended a couple of steps when suddenly the door opened and Admiral Winchester darted onto the stairs. Damn, Lucy ain't loyal. KT said Vicky became a booty call. I mean, basically. I mean, I am a little soft for Lucifer, but if Lucifer also told me, like, hey, this is nothing serious, I'm not gonna lie, I would still put out. I would still take that diamond scene. Eric said just like Gabe. Yeah, real hot and cold. But I will say we have at least gotten further with Lucifer than we have Gabe. But, I mean, to be fair, we're on book 2. Laws of Attraction is still halfway. Vicky, wait a minute. Yes? I came to school to speak with Seraph Crowley on a certain matter. But I heard about the situation and decided to partake in the proceedings. I knew your mother. Question mark? We were good friends and we spent a lot of time together. Did you study with her? Yes. Oh, God. I would just ask y'all, is this diamond scene, like, worth taking? Like, do you get glory or any type of thing from, like, having this diamond scene? Does I get any, like, tangible outputs from the scene? I'm gonna just wait a minute. It's worth it? Okay. Interesting. Worth it in the sense of, like, the knowledge that you gain from the scene, or, like, you get something from it? Oh, we get glory? Alright, I'll do it. You really want to know? He laughed. It seems like he's happy to recall the past. I was a born demon, she was an unclaimed. Before meeting her, all the mortals I have met were weak and insignificant. Unable to do anything except graduate school, mediocre at best. But your mother was not like that. Courageous, decisive, she always knew what she wanted and always achieved it. I think she became an angel only because heaven has more power than hell. He admires Mom. Many courted Rebecca. But I know she loved me. Oh? Are you sure about that? Because I found some letters in Fenicio's office. It's a little telling. And I loved her. But we never crossed the line. Never. He said this with pain and regret in his voice. Why didn't she choose to become a demon to be with you? We were both terribly ambitious. We did not want to have to compete against each other later on. I climbed the career ladder as fast as she did. But of course it was easier for me. I am born immortal. I'm sorry it happened like that. Do you think I'll get to see her one day? It is possible. Maybe I am not objective about this, but it seems to me you have a great future. The most important thing is to take full advantage of the opportunities that you are given. Do not be afraid to make mistakes. Is he talking to himself or to me? Now go. I was glad to meet you. You are as beautiful as your mother. That face. Vicky just trying to get with all the demons. I returned to my room exhausted after the meeting with Seraph Crowley and others. Narnia said she didn't love Phoenicia, though I think she was just using him. I think that's true also. She was pretty cold in her letters to him, being like, nah, I'm not going to give up my whole career for you. Bye. This was one long and hard day. I threw myself onto the bed and spread my arms. He placed the mirror into the palm of my hand and closed my fingers. Hold this. The mirror. I took it out of my pocket and began to examine it. Why would I need it? The mirror seemed completely ordinary when suddenly a beam flashed into it and reflected into another full-length mirror. Hell yeah, these demons are fine as hell! I could see Bond's reflection in it. He stood with his back towards me. Then he turned around as if he felt he was being watched. Finally! What's happening? We can communicate through this mirror. Are you the boy locked in the tower that everyone was talking about? Probably. I need your help no matter who you are. What kind of help? Help me escape from the tower. Oh. Alright, let's see where I am. Wow, 18 on both Angel and Demon, +2 Glory. Okay. Let me go ahead and switch back to the original screen, so that way y'all don't have to watch this Tappy Tune ad. We've got Tappy Tune. KT said, damn, he's hot. He is definitely, out of all of the angels I've seen so far, definitely the most attractive. Bont is the hottest angel, though. I agree. Definitely. Oh, I gotta do one more. I thought I was gonna stop. I gotta do one more, though. Let's play episode 2. Let's learn a little bit more about who Bont is. Oh my god, these ads. Oh, they're so painful. No. I try to mute it. So is this the ally that's gonna supposedly contest my relationship with Lucifer? That we just what's the word? Ooh, what's the word for oh my god, I'm losing the word. There's a word for like when you consummate. We just consummated. That's what I was looking for. Narnia said yes, it is. Oh man, is it doing? No, okay, it's just taking super long to load. Well, everybody, we get to look at the artwork of Malbonte. Speaking of, because we did kind of touch on the art scene from earlier, there's like little to no people of color in these books either, which like really rubs me the wrong way. Um, we've only seen like 2 black angels, and like neither of them are really significant characters. Like the first one was the angel who got attacked that interrupted the party, and then the second one was the archangel from the last chapter. And that's really all I can remember. If you like Lucifer, he's most likely to change your mind. Interesting. I don't know, we'll see. I personally, like, I recognize that he's attractive. I don't think he's more attractive than Lucy's. I don't know, we'll see. He annoyed me, but I can understand what some may see in him. Okay. Chapter 2, Hidden Talents and Secret Feelings. I need your help no matter who you are. What kind of help? Help me escape from the tower. Huh? The only life I've ever known is this. These walls, these endless old brick stairs. I was born in the tower, and I've been its prisoner ever since. I wish no harm to anyone. Just to fly a little, breathe some fresh air somewhere in the mountains. Is that too much to ask? I don't trust this guy. Yeah, well, surely there are some reasons for your imprisonment. Shefa is worried about me. But I'd take a day of real life over hundreds or thousands of years of being locked up. Okay, now we're feeling sad for him, apparently. Bont fell silent and began to examine me. There was nothing vulgar about it, but he didn't even try to hide his childish curiosity. You have strong, angelic energy. That's good. I try to stay, but I'm falling asleep. It's been a day. There's no Andy voice to keep me awake. That's totally fine. Go to bed. You don't have to stay up. The replay will be available later if you want to catch up on my commentary or whatever. I take it you don't trust demons? Shefa tells me to stay away from them. I looked at him the same way he looked at me. Bont looks like a grown-up, but behaves like a child. I want to do the right thing. I want to be a good person. Do you think Shefa is a good person? His question scared me. I opened and closed my mouth, trying to articulate an answer. Bont smiled. My fear amused him. Don't answer. I'll find the answer on my own, someday. No, he's not a child. He's a clean slate. Alright, Eric, good night. What's your name? Why would I give him a fake name? Should I lie? I don't know. I don't know if I should lie. I feel like if I lie to him, he's gonna like... I feel like lying always hurts your relationship with this person, and I'm gonna give him my real name. Vicky. Vicky. A door opened behind Bont. He hastily turned around, then whispered excitedly, I have to go. His reflection disappeared. Once again, I've got myself into a mess. Oh, Narnia, I didn't see what you said before. Today we will work on your hidden talents. For many unclaimed, this will be the first time. Miss Lania walked along the first row, smiling at each unclaimed. Word of advice. Do not talk about your abilities. For then, you will always have an advantage over your opponent. During your training, you will have to reveal it, but this is an exception. First, let's start, shall we? You in the business of giving strangers your real name? In the game, yes. Monica, Donnie, come over here. Miscellanea called two unnamed. I didn't talk that much with my kindred. For some reason they shunned me and I didn't mind it. Oh, okay, Monica. Oh, Donnie. We'll just keep it at that. Stand facing each other, just like that. Well done. Imagine there is a clot of energy inside you. Shape it into a spear and guide it outward, towards the enemy or out into the world. Do as your heart tells you. Seems like Monica and Donnie have done this before, because this next moment they both sent beams of energy at each other. Oh, nice artwork. Nice. Remember, energy does not come out of nowhere. Monica draws her energy from the fire. Every time, using her strength this way, Monica must understand that she takes this energy from somewhere. The same goes for Donnie, only his weapon is cold and ice. You need to find your strength to learn to combine it with the power immortality gave you. Now pair up and try your best to discover your talent. Your strength is likely to be different from what you have witnessed thus far. It might prove useful in strategic battle, yet utterly useless on the battlefield. But it is better to find out now. Okay. Monica stood in front of me. Don't think too long. Act on your emotions, forget about reason. She waved her hand. Oh my god. I flapped my wings and I don't know if I clicked the right one. I landed calmly. Good, okay. It's your turn. Show me what you got. I closed my eyes and began to delve inside of me, but I couldn't feel any clot of energy. I'm empty inside, completely empty. Well, how long should I wait? Let's change. Donnie stood in front of me. His face showed no emotions and he looked tired of everything. Don't worry, Monica and I became unclean long before you all, so we are a little ahead. You'll succeed, just not right away. I'll just say I'll train a lot. Donnie nodded and took a closer look at me. If you put your mind to it and work hard, you'll succeed, I have no doubt. I have an idea, but you won't like it. What is it? His lips curled into a strained grin. He stepped forward, stretched out his hands, and directed an icy gust at me. I turned around, wanting to fly away, but as soon as the ice touched the tip of my wings, they froze. Now direct all the pain and anger at me. Donnie hit me. Oh god, I'm just getting fucking beaten out here. He hit me right on the wings. Donnie! I wasn't crying anymore. I just watched the blood dripping down my back onto my trembling hands. I watched the frozen pieces of my wings melt, leaving wet feathers lying on the ground. I closed my eyes, sighed, and stood up. My legs gave away, but I pulled myself together. I stretched my arms forward, mentally wanting to kill Donnie. Oh god, I'm pissed. I can't do anything. Miscellanea ran up to me, covered me with her cloak, but I threw it aside. Everything's fine. You cannot focus because you are in shock. It's not the pain, it's me. I lowered my head, closed my eyes. Growing new wings doesn't feel any better than losing them. Pain. More pain. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. I bet she's expensive. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Yeah. Let's go with the simple ones. I think that is enough for today. How are you, Vicky? You just fucking annihilated my wings, bro. Fuck off. Everything's fine. I'll get back at you. Thanks for your help. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Kinda pissed at him. I don't want to threaten him, though. I'm gonna just say everything's fine. I nodded at Donnie and walked past him. He meant no harm. There was no point arguing with him. I left the backyard, stretching my new wings. Oh my god. So many ads. So many freaking ads. I don't know. For people who play this game, do you remember how you reacted when Donnie asked you how you were doing? I don't know. I just felt kind of Fuck off was obviously the demon choice. Everything is fine as the angel choice, and I don't know if the other two are also demon and angel choices or like what they were. Fuck off felt a little bit aggressive though. Okay, let's go back. Dino stood in front of the freshly recruited angels. They performed the same routine Dino did recently, soaring upward and landing as fast as they could. I said fuck off is a demon point. Yeah, I figured. And he said he's not cut out to be a teacher. Go on. Dino left his group and without saying a word went into the garden. I followed him. He doesn't get too mad at it. I mean, I hope he understands why we tell him to fuck off. He stopped me at the statue and turned to me holding his hands behind his back. Father entrusted me with their training. Why you? Who else, Lucifer? Dino. He straightened impetuously, shook his head as if he wanted to take back his words, and turned towards the Statue of Harmony. They didn't expel me, Dino. I know. How? Well, you're here. I had a plan in place in case things go south. What was the plan? Did you want to help me? Dino sighed exhaustedly. He clearly didn't care for the subject. It doesn't matter, Vicky. The important thing is that you're here. I have a lot of things to do, so... No, let's pick the fight. I thought we settled everything. We did. He came up to me, hugged me by the shoulders, and shook me a little. I'm just mad that you're not even trying to be careful. I'm angry at myself for worrying about you. I'm not your mother. Why should I care about you? But that's my problem to deal with. I have no right to take it out on you. I don't want to cause you trouble. Just be careful, Vicky. Promise me. He held out his hand. I promise. I shook his hand and smiled. Someone came into the garden. Dino and I recoiled from each other at once. Yeah, girl, we can't get caught doing this shit again. Who the fuck is this? Who are you? My name is Minder. Sheriff Crowley. Oh, God. Instructed me to keep an eye on the unclaimed walker. Are you my warden? That is correct. But I haven't seen you all day long. The important thing is that I see you. Oh, Sheffa, what did I do to deserve this? Apparently not take a fucking diamond scene from book 1. If I had known that it was gonna be this, I would have taken it. I advise you against staying alone with angels or demons. Now I can't even talk to them? It has been established that that is a slippery slope and we all know where it leads. I darted out of the garden, burning with anger and shame. I walked down the hallway, nervous and excited, recalling the lesson and meeting with Dino. All of a sudden, Bont's mirror, which I took with me, somehow began to glow. Oh, hi Mara. You're making chocolate chip cookies. Oh, I'm so jealous. Chocolate chip cookies is... I don't know if I was gonna say it's my favorite, but I actually don't know. I have like 4 favorite cookies, like chocolate chip, sugar, M&M's, which is basically chocolate chip, to be honest. And then macadamia. Oh god, peanut butter. Oh no, I can't pick. What's going on? Are you there? I'll contact you myself. Never ever appear like that. I may have problems because of this. Vicky, who are you talking to? Benicio appeared from around the corner. Oh shit. His eyes were fixed on the mirror in my hands. I never feel Fenicio's energy. Does he have some sort of amulet that hides it? I could use one of those. Oh my god. Oh, these choices are throwing me for a loop. I'm not talking to anyone sounds a little ridiculous. I'm talking to the mirror like in the fairy tale. It's gonna piss him off because he's gonna think it's sarcastic, which it is. Talking to the boy in the tower. I don't even know if he would believe that, to be honest. The second one seems safe. Yeah, I feel like the second one is like, he's gonna get mad at me, but he already doesn't like me. So I feel like the second one, yeah, let's do the second one. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? Are you making fun of me? Do you know what it answered me? Give it to me. Oh, he reached for the mirror, but I pulled it away and giggled as Fenicio staggered, losing his balance. It is said that the angel Fenicio is the most handsome on earth, in heaven, and in hell. You are in a good mood, I see. Awful. Excellent. Fenicio snatched the mirror out of my hands and began examining it. I have seen this mirror before. It belongs to the boy from the tower. No, it doesn't. It's mine. This boy is very lonely, Vicky. No one should know you are talking, otherwise you will both be in trouble. Fenicio handed me the mirror back and moved along the hallway whistling. That was it? That was it? That was it? Even his voice became kinder. Huh? Someone explain. I lay on the bed with my arm. Well, don't explain, sorry. No spoilers, please. I lay on the bed with my arms stretched out to my sides, as usual, and thought about my failure. Is Fenicio the homie? That was such a change of character for him. I don't know what that was. Here goes my 90 that Lucifer apparently tore. Something is terribly wrong here. I don't like what I felt. This void inside me. I lack the strength I need. But why can't I tap into it? Why? A mirror sparkled again. Oh, the mirror sparkled again, and a beam reflected into another bigger mirror near my bed. Bont appeared in this reflection. Hi, Vicky. Hello. You've gotten me in trouble. Don't do that anymore. Must have torn the back. We just slip it on like a hospital gown? I won't, sorry. Yeah, Bont is like, he's very childlike, like naive. Like he hasn't had a lot of life experience. I didn't know. What's the matter with you? I got up a little and rested on my elbows. What are you talking about? You look upset. I hesitated for a moment. Today we had a lesson on hidden talents. I realized that I don't feel any power inside of me. I don't feel anything at all. That's impossible. Everyone has powers. You just have to discover them. Sooner or later, you'll do it. Why are you here again? I won't help you escape. I was almost kicked out already. I can't take any more risk. Find someone else. I had a dream that you escorted me out of the tower. Dreams are always for a reason, I know. Sammy said it's a rare gift, then why is everyone around having these prophetic dreams? He was stuck in a tower on some Rapunzel shit, allow him. Basically, yeah, this is like a Tangled. I was annoyed and upset, but for some reason I was taking it all out on Bont. Sorry. It's fine. Who's Sammy? I turned away and closed my eyes to hold back my tears. No one. He died. Bont was silent for a while, then said, Would you like me to show you in the mirror someone dear to you? Why would you do that? Let's say it's an investment in our friendship. Someone dear to me. I mean, I can't even resist temptation at this point. Hooray! Bont looked really happy. Who would you like to see? Not father. It'll be too painful. I'll constantly think about him again. Show me my mom. Done. Bont's image faded and a different silhouette appeared in his place. I pressed into the mirror and grabbed at his frame. I felt my hands involuntarily squeezing it so hard that it started to rattle. What is this place? Little by little, I managed to discern where Mom was. Ooh, Mom stood in the dark, but then she took a step forward. The candle in her hands moved. Mom's face lit up. Bruh, please just give me just some customizable parents, please, bro. Was I adopted? That's the only thing that'll make this shit make sense. Oh my god, this is exhausting. She hasn't changed much since. Mom was clearly nervous about something. She constantly looked around cautiously. It seemed like she was somewhere she shouldn't be. Like, it's just, how hard is it to just change the skin color? Mom got to an enormous thick book with ancient pages and carefully opened it. There were rows of names written neatly. She started hastily looking for something in there. Exactly. Exactly. It's like they just do the bare minimum to make one parent, like, black, so that way it just kind of makes sense. They're like, look, there's no explanation. And for some reason, they don't want to fully customize the parents. And that's the thing, is like they have separate sprites where like both parents are one race. And like I know people bitch about seeing the same sprites over and over again. I frankly don't give a shit whether they reuse sprites. Like to me, I would rather they reuse sprites that like make sense as to why these people are biologically related than like just kind of half-ass it and like use one standard parent and then customize only one. First, she flipped through half a book, then stopped and ran her finger over one of the pages. For another half a minute, Mom stood still, carefully studying the page, and then was suddenly startled. Oh, Sheffa, have mercy. Mom fell to her knees and shook her head. No, 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 it cannot be. She froze. Then she put her palm on that page, and without rising from her knees or looking, she slowly clenched her fist, crumpling the fragile paper. Rip. One move and the page was torn out. Mom began to tear it frantically into little pieces. A moment later, there was nothing left of the page. Then her fingertips touched the floor and pieces of paper flared up and burnt. Okay. The grin disappeared from her face. She suddenly turned around as if she felt someone's presence and looked directly at me. Uh-oh. Yeah, girl, we witnessed what you did. The vision disappeared. Bont reappeared in the mirror. She saw me. Mom must have been cheating because I don't see the likeness. Yeah. That's impossible, Vicky. She could only feel that someone was watching her. You and your energy weren't there. But why are you so worried about this? What did she see in that book? Vicky? You found out another mystery you'll have to unravel. Great. Ugh, never mind. Thanks for showing me. Alright, so what's the plan to get you out of there? I'm not saying I agree, but let's hear it. The tower is under a spell. I can't get out of it. I always get lost in the stairs. They become endless or begin to loop or something else. It's a similar spell they cast on the labyrinth of Adam and Eve. I thought it was cursed. Depends on how you look at it. And how can the spell be lifted? God, this is so weird. I don't know, but the answer should be in Hell's library. Okay, Bont knows a lot and seems to be able to do a lot. His help may come in handy. Also, he seems to be a good guy. Okay, I'll help you if you help me. Gladly, but how? Help me find my killer. Bang! Fire flew into the room through the open window. He crashed onto the bed, then fell on the floor, jumped up, started to spin, hitting everything with his tail. Bont disappeared. Fire, can you calm down? I forgot that I bought... Oh, Fire! I forgot that I got you as a pet. He was covered in blood and abrasions. Saliva mixed with blood was dripping from his mouth. Fire obediently lay on the floor, wiped his face on the carpet, leaving bloody traces, and looked tiredly at me. Okay, so I will get glory litter. I know, Fire. Satisfied? I wet a rag and plopped down next to the injured creature. It'll hurt a little. I tended to his wounds, and he only jerked and growled once, but calmed down immediately when I looked sternly at him. Why are you getting into these fights? First Sammy, now him. I don't know who the fuck this dragon is fighting. Like, Fire. This app playing games. At first I shook my head dissatisfied, but then it dawned on me. His tone, it's so human, as if he understands me. Fire, tell me, are you human? Fire looked me in the eyes for a long time, then snorted and nudged my hand with his head so he continued cleaning his wounds. So you don't want to answer, huh? There's more art coming up. I pressed a little harder on the wound, but Fire endured it, only clenching his teeth harder. Once I was done, I looked at Fire again. My heart filled with warmth and tenderness for this creature. I'm gonna kiss him on the nose. I came close to Fire. He jerked a little, carefully following my movements. I kissed Fire on his big and wet nose, like a dog. Oh yeah, this is the art. Yeah. White Vicky yet again. When I pulled away from the dragon, his eyes were closed. Then he slowly opened, looked at me. And then he dashed sharply towards the window. Within a second, he was cutting through the midnight sky. Silly dragon. I think it's sweet that he, like, came to us while he was injured. Like, he knew that we'd take care of him. The night was in full swing, but I didn't feel like sleeping. Maybe I should pay 80 a visit? I don't talk to him properly since too little time has passed. Thinking about Sammy felt like rubbing salt into a wound. I went into the lobby. I ran barefoot across the hallway, went to the second floor, and was about to knock on 80's door. However, my arm stopped in midair. And what is an unclaimed doing at a demon's door at such a late hour? Here we fucking go. Damn you. I'm taking a walk. No, and we both know that. He swatted my hand. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Mimi. Go to sleep, Vicky Walker. I have to do something about this. How long will I be followed around? I obediently returned to my room. What? Okay. I jumped out of the bed with a painful sigh, as if I'd been holding my breath all this time. That night, I couldn't fall asleep. I tossed and turned for a long time. I didn't know when I fell asleep, but the awakening was sudden. What's wrong with you? First the goblet, now the tree. I just feel like the last time that I told Mimi about this whole Malbonte thing, she just like threw me under the fucking bus so fucking quickly, so I'm gonna say I didn't get enough sleep. You wouldn't hide anything from me, would you? Yes, the fuck I would. She glanced suspiciously at me. No, of course not. The lesson's about to start. We better get ready. Yeah, bitch. I was pushed back a couple of feet. Will you ever learn to fight back or not? So far, I've come empty-handed in my quest for my talent. Drolt came up to me and helped me off the floor with one hand without hiding his annoyance. Enough. I quickly straightened my clothes and brushed off the dust. If your powers do not emerge during fight, it means they're related to something else. How do I tap into them? There are several ways, but be prepared that it might take time and a lucky circumstance for the powers to reveal themselves. Crowley walked into the yard. He was strolling and observing the students. Walker Jr.? I hope Angel Mitter did not inconvenience you much with his chaperoning. Rules are rules, yep, I guess. Everything's fine. That trial was quite emphatic. I would like to talk to you, both you and Lucifer. He turned to Geralt. Could you get him? Geralt shook his head slightly and turned around to go get Satan's son. He gestured to his students on his way. Geralt's like, I want to be doing anything other than this. Donnie, don't you dare rip out someone's wings again. Is that understood? Got it. Yeah, fucker. Shall we take a walk? Alright. We stepped into the backyard. There was nobody there. You know, Vicky, I think the fact that your mother was a seraph went to your head. That's not... He raised his hand, silencing me. Whoa. You aren't doing this on purpose. Your subconscious takes the lead. But I will hasten to assure you, Rebecca will not help you. It is against the rules, but it is also not in her nature. Pardon my impudence, but I will assume that I know her better than you, even though you are related. He smiled and looked at me sneakily. When I think of Geralt, I think of The Witcher. Same thing here. Every single time I read his name, I think of The Witcher. Why this sudden talk? Did you call me? Ah, just in time. I wanted to have an educational talk with you. The sound of that made Lucifer turn on his heels ready to leave, but Crowley stopped him. Not so fast. He took us by the arms and led us along the path. At first glance, chaos reigns on Earth, but we know that is not the case. Harmony. You are lucky you did not get to witness the era of chaos that preceded it. You may find the rules stupid or optional, but if you think that heaven will allow some two puppies to destroy this world that was so hard to build, you are terribly mistaken. We will rip out Lucifer's wings and exile him on Earth, and Vicky, you will cease to exist. Okay. He said it calmly, almost joyfully, making his message sound even more menacing. Let's just say, I don't want to fucking tempt it. We won't break the rules. At least I won't. Glad to hear that. I'm not trying to die because of some demon dick. Seraph Crowley. Seraph Crowley. Benicio caught up with us, a bit out of breath. What is the matter? A word. We almost reached the edge of the cliff on which the academy was built and began to return. Yeah, KT said it's still worth it. Angel, Benicio, and Crowley walked ahead, but we could hear bits and pieces of their conversation. Is it that important now? It matters to me. Lucifer and I were silent. He didn't even look at me. And so, is it over between us? Don't ask me difficult questions. He never looked at me. Difficult? That's funny coming from you. We'll talk when you pick a side. My world doesn't revolve around you. There are other girls. I hope you won't chase after me like others. You're so... I'm not going to chase after you. Good. And what will happen when I pick a side? If you become a demon, I might lay my eye on you again if you're lucky. Arrogant freak. Don't worry. There are many other cute demons I can hook up with. Lucifer, like 80. Call back, even though I didn't take the scene. Lucifer clenched his jaw. His cheekbones protruded, making his face coarser. Anyway, I thought you didn't care about the rules. That's right. Then why are you insisting I pick a side? Vicky, let's drop this conversation. I'm bored. Such an ass. Hey, where is she going? Angel Benicio pointed towards the gazebo. Oh. The girl went into the gazebo and suddenly disappeared. That was strange. They hastened their pace. Lucifer and I looked at each other and followed them. Reaching the gazebo, Crowley and Benicio slowed down their pace. Crowley placed his hand in the space between the columns, and his touch rippled the invisible veil surrounding the gazebo. This is unacceptable. He stepped into the gazebo and disappeared from sight. The angel dashed after him, followed by Lucifer and myself. What are we doing? The girl Benicio spotted was half naked, kissing another student. Their kiss was wild and full of raw animal passion, as if they hadn't seen each other in 100 years. What the fuck? Oh, is this where the angels and demons are going to, like, hook up? What's going on here? What impudence! The girl quickly dressed and stood quietly, closing her eyes. Seraph grabbed them both by the hands and pulled them outside forcefully. He took them into the courtyard where the lesson was held. Uh-oh. We ain't the only ones fucking. Attention, please. It seems that students have lost any sense of boundaries and respect for the laws of heaven and hell. This is outrageous. Yup. She got caught. Well, they got caught. Let me specify that. Undeniable anger broke his voice. All students abandoned their training and looked our way. No, Crowley, no need. Crowley? He suddenly turned towards her and the other student and looked at them, bewildered and confused. Your energy. It's too strong. He waved his hand, breaking the spell and revealing their real faces. Holy shit, we're about to get some tea. So KT said they're having a demon angel baby. Maybe. Lexi said they're gonna have to expel everyone. I mean, yeah. I mean, pretty much Mimi in a previous chapter told us that, like, pretty much everyone kind of breaks that rule. Oh! Eddie Minard was Chesto. Oh my god! Yo! our mom's about to get fired. I staggered, but Lucifer held me. It's, uh, yup. Rebecca? Mama ho. Mom is a hoe. Oh, you know what? Apple, oh shit, look at how many angel options I picked. The apple don't fall far from the tree, y'all, because her and I are both into demons. Okay. I'm not too upset about, I just think it's more so funny. Yeah, KT said, "Oh shit, I'm on the same wavelength as you." Lexi said, "So the drama." Oh my god. So the freaking demon was lying to me when he said that they had never done the deed, done the dirty. They lied to me. Yeah, Lexi said can't make a wife out of a hoe. Oof. Oof. All right, well, that's all I'm going to play of Heaven's Secret today. So thank you, everyone, for joining me. This is a reminder, if you're watching on the replay either on Twitch or on YouTube, I do this every Tuesday at 7 p.m. EST. And as a reminder, next week I will actually not be playing Heaven's Secret because I did play a significant amount of Shadows of Saint 4 last Friday. So instead, next week I'm going to be playing Shadows of Saint 4, and then I'll switch back to Heaven's Secret, yada, yada, yada. So next week is going to be Heavens of Saint 4, and that's going to be at the same time, 7 p.m. EST on Tuesdays. This is a good time to remind you that if you haven't followed me, and if you want to follow me, this is a good time to do so. And lastly, if you are not following me on Tumblr, Twitter, or IG, feel free to do so if you would like to see my updates. It's Play Choices Podcast on both Tumblr and IG, and at Play Choices Pod on Twitter. And thank you all so much for spending your night with me, or if you're Mara, your morning, depending on what time zone you are in. And I hope you all have a good night. Thanks for playing.